Magesh and Narendra, is this fine now? Magesh, your line is on mute.
Sorry. Yes, it is fine now. You are audible. So you can share your screen if you want.
So you are going to start the session, or you'll be waiting for the participants to come? Now we have almost like 50.
I think we should wait for like 2-3 minutes. Like the participants are only 49 right now. What I'm saying.
Okay. Sure.
So those who have joined the meeting, they can download this Power BI. Those who have not downloaded it, and those who have downloaded it, so you can just open the Power BI. Narendra, can you tell them how to open this after installation?
So please download that.
Any difficulty while installing you are facing, so you can take a screenshot of that error and you can.
Yeah, Sonam sir already keeping the screenshot that he already opened that software. Okay, and we have given the link also in the morning. Also, I have reminded them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sonam sir. Yes, correct. Mansi ma'am. Yes, correct. Okay. So they are ready now. Okay, Ashish sir.
Okay, thank you. So let us start now. Like you can start the briefing of Power BI, like what the tools and how the dashboard is of Power BI. So you can start briefing it.
Yeah. I'm sharing the screen now. So good morning all, dear faculty members. Today, can you confirm me whether the screen is visible or not?
It's visible, sir.
Okay, visible. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So today we are going to see the concepts regarding Power BI. The Power BI stands for, this BI stands for business intelligence. So business intelligence means what? So we are having large amount of data. Let us consider we are having big data. So every company nowadays, like Amazon, Flipkart, Google, you name any company like TCS, Infosys, every company is generating a lot of data. So we can say that is a huge data, big data, we are calling that. And in this big data, the companies, everything, the information about the companies, like projects, sales, profit, employee details, project details, everything that particular data is having. Now, I want to, every company want to utilize this particular data to improve their business. Okay, to improve their sales, they improve their profits, to decrease their cost cuttings, everything they want to go and infer from their existing data. So now I need to process this data. Data is nothing but, already we have seen, data is nothing but collection of facts. Collection of facts is nothing but data. So the facts are always like maybe in terms of qualitative terms, maybe in terms of quantitative terms. So now I want to, it is not like for all the people, they cannot extract what is there in the data. So because sometimes few people are knowing quantitative data, few people are knowing qualitative data, but other people are not having the knowledge about the data when the data is in the form of raw, okay, raw form. So when the data is in the raw form, that means it is not processed according to my application. Raw data is nothing but no operation has been done. So we have collected the data, we kept the data in Excel file, or else in the database, or else in the data warehouse, data lake, or in the cloud. So I can keep the data in any of the repositories. Once the repository is considered, so that the data is called as raw data because we haven't processed anything on the data. Now my business scenario changes. Now I want to increase my business, I want to decrease my business. So I want to take some business decision basing on the insights or the sales and patterns of the business. I want to take the business decision. So now I need to run some queries on the raw data. So then this raw data will be changes to other form. So that form I'm calling as insights. Okay, that form I'm calling as insights. So I am having the raw data in various depositories. Now I'm running some queries on the raw data. I'm getting some insights. So this insights, to change this raw data to insights, we need some tools, right? So we need some tools. So that nothing but the tools which are using to change the raw data to insights is nothing but BI tools. Okay, BI tools. Okay, now what are the business intelligence tools we are having? So one is Power BI. As we see Power BI, we have Tableau also. So we have Tableau also, and we have other ClickSense is also there. But these are the three BI tools which are there in the market across the world, which is having 100% occupancy. But here, when you compare, I can easily neglect this ClickSense. ClickSense is having around 3% market share. So you need no need to buy and no need to learn this. So compared to Power BI and Tableau, these are the big players in this present market. Now Power BI, learning Power BI is useful or learning Tableau is useful. So you can go and easily identify the Google Trends for this Power BI and Tableau according to your wish, like in India or across the world for the coming 10 years, for coming 20 years. So you can find the Google Trends. Now the Power BI is having the edge. The Power BI is having the edge. Okay. So that is the reason why we are not going for learning Tableau, and we are confining ourselves to Power BI. So now after getting the importance of this Power BI, the Power BI, why this Power BI comes? Why not Power BI is not there before? So before also, do you know any business intelligence tool before to this Power BI? That means around, actually the Power BI was released to the market in the year of 2014. So before 2014, this Power BI is not there. So in that particular scenarios, so how can you process the data? How can you get the insights from the raw data? So what is the particular tool which any company is using? One common tool is there. So please, anybody, can you tool? What is the tool?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Deepmala ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Excel.
Deepmala ma'am. Yes,
Excel.
yes, 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 ma'am. Correct, correct. Yes, ma'am. Correct. So before to Power BI, every company is using Microsoft Excel. So this is a very good business intelligence tool which can be understood by any people. If you can, if you want to understand the Excel, it takes hardly half an hour to 1 hour. If you want to master the Excel, maybe it takes 1 month or 1 year, maybe one lifetime also. That depends on the business use cases. Okay, now if the Excel is there, which is across the world, many people are connected to this. Now, what is the importance of discovering this Power BI as a new business intelligence tool? So now I want to discuss that why this Power BI coming into the market. Instead, Excel is already there. So Excel is having a serious limitation in terms of handling the data. So let us consider this is my Excel file. This is quite empty Excel file. So how many rows I'm having? This 1, 2, 3 are there now vertically. 1, 2, 3. These are all called as rows, and this horizontal 1, 2, 3s are there now. So these are called as columns. Okay. Now how many rows are there? Maximum number of rows. So 1, 2, 3, and so on. See here, I am pressing. I am going for first cell. Whatever be the cell I'm having, I'm just pressing Control down arrow. Control down arrow. Now, anybody can you tell me what is the last row number? What is that last row number? Hello, ma. Hello. Can you able to see the screen? Anybody, please unmute yourself and tell me the last number here. What is the row number here? Last row number.
Sir, it is good morning, sir. Ashish Agrawal this side.
Good morning, sir. Ashish, sir.
Sir, it is 10,48,576.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So now see here, number of rows here. Number of rows for any Excel single sheet. single sheet is 10,48,576. Okay, we cannot go beyond than this number. So that is one limitation for single worksheet. And same way, I want to calculate number of columns in the single worksheet. So go to Excel sheet again. So go to Control Home, press Control Home. So now you are going back. Okay. So this is my first cell. Now I am going to press Control and right arrow. Control and right arrow. So I can go to the last column number. So here, if you see the last column number, it is 16,384. So let us see here. This is 16,384. Okay, na sir. So this is number of columns are 16,384. So that means here, when we are dealing with the big data, every company is dealing with the big data. Then are you thinking like this? These many rows and these many columns are sufficient enough for processing or to handle the data? Tell me yes or no. Do you think that this 10 lakh? Yeah, ma'am.
Not enough.
One, not enough. So it is not enough in the context of big data. Excel cannot be handled. So I need to take the next possibility is instead of taking one single worksheet, I need to generate multiple worksheets. So maybe 100, maybe 1 lakh. So it is always a tedious process for any data analyst or business analyst to process all these number of pages. So that is the reason why. So we go for databases. So I will go and tell you the way we are storing the data. So initially we used to store the data in the Excel form. After that, the size of the Excel is not good. It is not high enough to handle my data. So that is the reason why I went to databases, various types of databases, SQL Server, Microsoft SQL. So maybe on-premise databases, maybe on the cloud, whatever databases. This is also not enough. So then I went to data warehouses. This is also not enough. I went to data lakes. This is also not enough. Now we are in a position where we are having multiple streaming of the data, or maybe the classical data, historical data we are having, huge quantities of data we are having. So the databases, data warehouses, data lakes are not sufficient enough. Now I am opting cloud. So this is the reason why cloud comes into data analytics. So we are processing this. Now here, so the data will be in the form of structure. Maybe we already discussed the data can be in the form of structured data, semi-structured data, or unstructured data. So I can keep any sort of data in these forms like data warehouse, data lakes, and cloud. So now I'm using one business intelligence tool to handle all these types of data sources. Maybe it is handling structured data, maybe it is handling unstructured data, maybe it is handling semi-structured data. So I want to design a particular business intelligence tool which can handle big data and which can handle multiple forms of the types of data. So that is nothing but Power BI. Power BI can be used to handle 80 plus different data sources till now. So 80 plus different data sources. It can be integrated with maybe XML, maybe JSON, maybe Excel, maybe CSV. You can name it. I'll show you all the data sources here. So we'll try to go for only one, Excel, because the time factor is there. So that is the reason why we are taking only Excel type data source, and we are trying to work on that. Okay, now 80 plus different data sources on which it can integrate with. Okay, so it can be on-premise, it can be a cloud-based data. So now we'll see, go to the Power BI basic interface window. So all of you please open your Power BI basic interface window. So when you are double clicking on your Power BI, so this is the interface window you're going to see. All of you please open this Power BI. Is it okay?
And one more thing, like I would like to tell you, like whatever practical Narendra sir is doing, you need to do the same practical at your side also, and you need to take a screenshot and you need to paste it in this meeting chat. Okay, so in this way we will be also coming to know like whether you are performing or not.
Okay, I think you opened your Power BI software. So this is the empty page. See here, once you understand this, we have a part here on the top of file menu, home menu. These are there. So this particular part is called as ribbon part. and this is the power part of the Power BI. Okay, this is the canvas. The empty screen is there, a white screen. So this is the canvas where we are seeing the visuals, our graphs, our charts. So now we are having three different panes here on the left, on the right hand side. So one is filters pane, where this is used to filter the data. The data is in the form of visuals. So that means here we can filter the visual also. So depends on some conditions. So we have the second window that is called visualizations window, where we are getting the charts and graphs for the text data. So when you are giving a text data as input, the output will be in the form of the charts you have selected for. And then the third pane is nothing but data pane, so where the data pane is holding all the tables, all the data, structural data. See here. So here the data pane is having nothing. So that is this is empty now. So I want to add some data here in this data pane. So whenever you are adding some data, okay, whenever you are adding some data to Power BI, this is called as importing. This phenomena is called as importing data into Power BI. So now I want to import Excel data into Power BI. Okay. So always keep in mind that the Power BI is very easy to understand. So see here, Power BI is having two windows. First window is Power BI desktop window. Power BI desktop window. Okay. And the second one is Power Query Editor. Power Query Editor window. So only two windows are there. Very simple. Now, what is the functionality of Power BI desktop window? What is the functionality means? We can visualize the data, analyze the data, okay, etc. All the analysis part we are doing in Power BI desktop window. So now what is the use of Power Query Editor? So all the data operations we are performing in Power Query Editor. So what are the different data operations? So we can classify different operations under a few titles. So one is the data cleaning operations. All the data cleaning operations. Yesterday, Mahesh also told while dealing with the machine learning. So there is a cleaning. The second step will be there, na? Data cleaning. Once you import the data into machine learning platform, the second step is cleaning. So data cleaning, before using the data, you should be ensure that the data which you are using is 100% qualitative data. So that means we are cleaning the data. So then only the insights will be 100% accurate. Whenever you are not cleaning the data, the insights, the final outcomes will be wrong. So that is the reason why in our olden days, 40 years back, so whenever you see the radio programs, Vivudha Bharati, Akashivani over radio, so like if the anchor says like tomorrow there will be rain, so definitely our ancestors in house, grandmas, they will say like, oh, definitely there will be huge sunshine will be there. So that means here they are having the data, but they are not cleaning the data. That is the reason why the outcome, like tomorrow will be rain, so that is not true. So that insight will be. So whenever nowadays, if you are downloading any app from Google Play Store or anything, like I'll go for one example. Where is my train? Where is my train is an app, so which is showing the train arrivals for different stations and different platforms. Exactly. So whenever you are downloading this particular app in your mobile, if you probe, so what is the efficiency of this particular app? This is almost 99.99%. Okay, this is the highest accuracy it is producing. So why, suppose if the train is on the platform number 1 in one particular city, so definitely that will be there on the platform number 1 on the particular city. So that much accuracy, so they are producing. So why these are producing this much accuracy? Why this accuracy was missed in the 40 years back? The thing is data cleaning. They are not processing the data. They are understanding the raw data. If I understand the raw data in my own way, so I interpret. So if somebody is interpreting in some other way, they can have one more insight. So that is the reason why they are getting so many conclusions. So now the operations which we are using to clean the data, I'm calling them as data cleaning operations. And we have some operations which can be used for increasing the number of columns. Suppose if initially my structural data is having 10 tables, 10 columns. Suppose because of my business requirement, I need to generate 11th column, 12th column, 13th column. So I'm changing the orientation of the data. So I in the same manner, I can increase or I can decrease the number of rows also. So then that is called as those operations called as data transform operations, and any other operations which we are calling as data munging operations. So we are pulling the data and we are changing the data in various forms. So that is called munging. So all these operations, maybe I have given only 3 titles, but under these titles we have 100 plus operations. So we have 100 plus operations. So all these operations we are doing in Power Query Editor. So in Power Query Editor. So now what we do is, suppose say, so I'll give you the importance of when to go for Power Query Editor and when to go for Power BI desktop window. Okay. So now let us consider one situation. In the lifetime, suppose for only for first time you are seeing the data. So you are seeing the data. Okay. So you are not sure of data quality. You don't know about the data quality of the data which is given to you. So then what you do? So you need to ensure that the data quality is 100%. So whatever the operations you are checking the data quality and the data provided to you. So now all these operations will be done in this Power Query Editor. That means whenever you are having the data with you and you are seeing the data for the first time, you are going and checking the data quality in Power Query Editor window. So that is the importance of Power Query Editor window. Suppose you ensured, so you already checked that the data is 100% qualitative enough. So when 100% quality data is there, so the next step is I need to analyze the data. The next step is I need to analyze the data. Where I can analyze the data? So I can analyze the data or I can visualize that in Power BI desktop window. So this is the process. Once you ensure that the data is 100% qualitative enough, then I can go to Power BI desktop. If I'm not sure of the data quality, I will go for Power Query Editor. So just remember these 2 statements. Okay. So basing on this, I'll go to the Power BI. Okay, Power BI desktop window. So now there is no data at all. So now my sample superstore data which I had loaded here. So let me go and I show you. So this is my sample superstore database. So you might have saved the sample superstore which I have shared in the WhatsApp, and I want to import, to bring this particular sample superstore which is of Excel data source into Power BI. See here how to import the data into Power BI. So till now this is completely empty. This Power BI is completely empty. So now there is a very important button like in the under home tab. Under home tab, there is an option like get data. So just click the particular button. So get data. So you can see various data sources here. Excel is there, Power BI data sets are there, data flows. You already seen while Mahesh is discussing, why we are all discussing about data flows. Okay, Power BI data sets. So he clearly mentioned about what is the meaning of data flow, what is the meaning of pipeline, everything he mentioned, right? So like that is the data flow. So even data flow is also having some data sets. Okay, these are all the different data sources. So you can ask the question like, sir, you said 80 plus different data sources are there. So it is showing only up to 10 or 11. So if you want to see the total number of data sources which a Power BI can integrate with, so click on more. After going and hitting the get data, so now you are having more option at the end. So click on. So now it is fetching all the different data sources which it can integrate with. So see here, I'm clicking only all files. See, so these are the different files. We have so many types like JSON file, XML, folder, PDF, Path. Okay, share SQL databases. Okay, IBM, Oracle, Postgres. Okay, and some databases are there in the cloud also. See here, Azure SQL database. We already created this resource while we are discussing about cloud. So Azure SQL database is there. Okay, so that means here this Power BI can be integrated with the on-premise data sources and cloud-based data sources also. So these are all different data sources. 80 plus different data sources are there. Especially if you want to see what are the data sources which can be integrated with, especially on the platform of Azure Cloud Service Provider. So I am just clicking Azure. So see here, these many sources the Power BI can be used to integrate with. So it can be used to integrate with SQL databases, okay, block storage, table storages, okay, lake storage, okay, Databricks, Cosmos DB. So these are all the different data sources on which Power BI can be integrated with. So after knowing this, what I need to have, I am having my final interest is I want to work on Excel type data source. Since the sample superstore data, which is of Excel type. So now you click this Excel. When you are clicking this Excel, you mean that the data source which you are going to import into Power BI is nothing but Excel type. So just click this Excel and then hit this connect. Click this connect. So now you can browse for your Excel data source. You can go for Excel data source. You can browse. So my Excel data source is on desktop. So I'm just clicking on this. So this is my sample superstore. So select this and open. So this is the process of importing any data source into Power BI. For this example, I had just selected Excel data source. If in your example, if it is CSV, so go and select CSV and then go and click browse option. Finally, you can import onto Power BI. So when you are importing into the Power BI, so there is a navigator window which comes before importing. So maybe I have clicked that particular Excel sample superstore Excel workbook. Maybe in that Excel workbook, maybe I'm having single worksheet, maybe I'm having 100 worksheets. All these possible worksheets will be listed here under sample superstore workbook. This is my workbook name, sample superstore. Okay, now I'm having only one Excel worksheet under sample superstore workbook. So now if I want to see the data present in the orders, the name of the worksheet is orders. Just click this. Just click this. So now on the right hand side, you are going to see the preview of the data. So you can scroll up, scroll down. So right side, scroll right, scroll left, and this is the data. Okay, this is the data which is there in the orders worksheet. So now I want to select this. Maybe in the real time you are having 100 worksheets. Maybe you are having 100 tables. So if you want to work on single table, so go on select. Okay, scroll up or scroll down and see the data preview. And if you are confirming this is the data on which I want to work, so then you can select that particular data only. So how to select? So now there is a checkbox besides this order table. See here, you just select this order table. So there is a checkbox. If you are selecting this checkbox, so obviously 3 options will be activated on the bottom of this page. One is load, transform, and cancel. Load means it is loading this particular data into Power BI desktop. Already we are knowing that what is the meaning of BI. So when we are going to Power BI desktop window, when the data quality is 100%. So if you ensure the data, this particular data, which is there on the right side of this particular window, if this data is 100% accurate, then I'll hit load. When I hit load, this particular data will be sitting on Power BI desktop window. Suppose if you are not sure of this particular data quality, then I'll hit transform data. So when I'm hitting this transform data, this particular data will go and sit in Power Query Editor window, where I can do all the operations on the data. Okay, now I sure that no need of data cleaning is there. In all respects, I have cleaned the data and final copy I have shared with you. So I no need to go for transform data. Suppose if you are importing any other data source, then you try to go for transform and the data will be imported in the Power Query Editor. Do all the operations and get back to Power BI desktop. So for my case, I'm just clicking the load option. Just click load. Just click load. The data which is shown in the preview window will come and sit in the data pane. So if you see the data pane is not having any data. No, completely empty. So when I'm importing this, the data will sit in this data pane. See here, now it is processing my request. No, others is the table. Others is the worksheet name. So now it is getting the data from orders worksheet into Power BI. So up to this, is it okay? So it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It is taking some time. If your Power BI is already imported, please take the screenshot, put it in the chat. See here, load option is coming now. So that means here also we are having ETL process. So I'll tell you the ETL process. So already elaborately we have seen Azure Data Factory, which is a tool for online data transformation, extraction, transformation, and loading tool. So E stands for extract. So it is pulling the data, different data sources from different so many repositories. So it is pulling the data. So after that, we are cleaning the data. That means transform. We are cleaning the data. We are transforming the mining operations on the data. So all these things are called as transform the data. So why we are transforming? So we are transforming the data according to my business requirement. Sometimes the data is there, okay, which is not of our business application. Suppose say when I was there in college for the first time around long years back, 20 years back, that time my subject is electronics one. Okay, that time even C language also not there. We used to study the programming language as Unix. So that is the business requirement that time. So nowadays there is no Unix, there is no electronics one. So all subjects like in ECD representation or CSC representation, all the subjects are changed. That is my business requirement. So the data is there, but if you want to use the data straight away, you can use it. Otherwise, if the business requirement changes, I need to change my data. So I need to transform the data. And finally, once I transform the data according to my business application, so I'm satisfied, I can load the data, go for the analysis. So this is the ETL process. Okay, one such example is Azure Data Factory. Okay, we are all convenient with. So we can keep this Azure Data Factory, well versed with Azure Data Factory. So you can keep it in resume also. So now I'm going back to Power BI. See here, the Power BI is loaded with orders. So orders is just nothing but it is the data source coming from external sources, which is of Excel data source. See here, if I expand this, there is an arrow. Okay, so if I expand this arrow, see here, these are all different columns present under orders table. Okay, orders table. Okay, even I'm taking the data source from Excel, maybe from CSV, maybe from Azure SQL databases. What are with the data source? After importing into Power BI, it is looking like this only. See here, it is looking like before orders, one symbol is there, like a table. So it is treated like a table only. Okay, all objects after importing is called as a table structure only. So see here, in the table, we are having these many columns. Sir, you are having a doubt like rows are coming. So, okay, I can see like category is there, city is there, country is there. But here I want to see the data. Can it possible? Yes. So go for the left hand side. So there are three buttons are there on the left hand side. This is called power session of the Power BI. So here the first button is a report view. Okay, report view is nothing but what you are seeing. So like visuals we are seeing, data we are seeing, and white canvas on which we are going to place the charts. So these are called, this section is called as report view. Okay, so then the second button is there. The second button is called as data view. So just click the data view. Just click the data view. So it is going to see, it is going to give you the complete data which is present in this table. Suppose if you are having multiple tables, so go and hit the second table, whatever the table you want, just click on the table. That particular data only displayed here. This is the data preview window where all the data in detail, all the data will be displayed. So this is done under data view window. So one more button is there, that is model view. See here, model view. I just click that model view. Just click this model view. It is showing the structure of the data. It is showing the structure of the data. So in my data pane, if you can see the right hand side of this window, there is a data pane here. Under data pane, we are having only one table. Okay, that name of the table is orders. And if you want to see what are the columns present under orders, yes, these many columns are there. Okay, these many columns are there. Now see here. So that is created like a copy here. The table name, and these are the different column names present in this. So since I am having only single table, I'm having how many tables here? Single table. So that is the reason why we are having only single copy. Okay, we are having only single copy. Suppose if we are having, so in generally, so in business, Okay, in business, we are having multiple tables. In business, we are having multiple tables. So one table is in the form of Excel. Other table will be in the form of SQL database. Other form will be CSV. Other form will be PDF. Whatever be the form of the data sources, I am having multiple tables. Table number 1, okay, table number 2, and so on. So now all the tables are representing one business only, single business only. Maybe the business is having project details in one table. Maybe the business is having employee details in one table. Maybe the expenditure table is there. Or maybe liabilities is there. So many things are there in the business. All these information will be kept in separately, independently in some tables. So if all the tables are integrated, then I can easily understand the business. If I'm dealing with this individual tables, it is very complicated to know what is happening in the business. So that is the reason why I want to integrate, I want to combine, I want to join all the tables. So you might be knowing like how to join different tables. So we are using join mechanisms. So maybe in SQL also join is there. In Azure Data Factory is also join is there. In last day we are already seen in the ETL process, two different tables we are joined together. Multiple joins are there. Okay, the same way all the tables in my business I want to join. Maybe I am using inner join, maybe I'm using left outer join, whatever I want to join. So when I want to join, so I'm having accessibility right from table number 1 to last table, so that I can query the particular table, so that whatever be the business requirement I'm having, I can easily fetch the data. So how to join this? How to join different tables in Power BI? Let us consider I'm having 10 tables. So all 10 table copies will be there in the under this model view. Okay, now basing on the column, suppose say the category column in orders and one more column in second table are interrelated, the same column. Okay, then I can form a relation between these two tables. So like I join. So this is called as modeling. This is called as modeling. So this is a very important term, modeling. So why we are going for a data view? So to go and model our data sets. So maybe I'm different tables. I want to model different tables to have my business requirement. That is this data modeling, or simply modeling we are having. So we can model the particular data basing on the schema, a schema of our business. We are all knowing that we are having different database schemas are there. Star schema is there, one of very famous schema. Okay, Galaxy schema is there. Okay, Snowflake schema is there. Snowflake schema is also there. Okay, so these are different schemas present in this. So most of the times we go for star schema. So star schema means it is following like multiple tables are there. In this multiple tables, one table is having the that means primary keys of all the tables. That means it is going to act like a master. Okay, so this is called as fact table. And on the 360 degrees, we are having multiple other tables. Those tables are called as dimension table. Each dimension table is having its own application. So I just want to go for the generalized application, means I need to integrate all these dimension tables, and the fact table is maintaining all the primary keys of all the tables. So that is nothing but star schema. So I am not going for Galaxy schema and Snowflake schema, because we are having only 20 more minutes to complete. After that, at 10:20 will be for 5 minutes, and at 10:25 please come by so at 10:25 we have EY voluntary session from EY company. Industry people will come and demonstrate the Power BI only. Okay, so that will be more useful. After that I'll continue, so till the dashboard, final project creation. So we are having star schema. For the time being, fortunately or unfortunately, we are having only single data source is there. Okay, R data. So that is the reason why I'm not going for any schema. So the schema, database schema will come when you are having multiple tables. So now you need not go for modeling. Modeling can be useful when you are having multiple tables. Since I'm having only single table, I'm not going for this. So these are very important. So these three buttons. So this is called the power section of the Power BI. So the first one is Power BI report view, and then data view, and this model view. Okay, so now I'm hitting this Power BI report view. So in the report view, I'm having the data, and I'm having the visuals, and I'm having the canvas. So I'll give, so see the structure from the from the right to left side, I'm moving. I'm having the data. I'll keep this data in the which is in the text form as input to the visuals. These are the visuals. So when I'm giving the text data as input to the visuals, so the visual will be formed. The visual will be placed in this white space on the canvas. So that is called as report. So that is called as a report. Okay, report means a single visual, a single chart. So when I collect all these multiple visuals according to my business requirement, I have 4 visuals. Suppose say, okay, I'll collect all the reports in single page. Okay, that is called as dashboard. Okay, that is called as dashboard. Suppose say my dashboard is not interactive. So that means you are comfortable like static website and dynamic website, na? So like that, I want to that means I want to see my dashboard, which is varying from my requirement to requirement. If my requirement is I need to select one particular region is there, I want to see the sales. Region 2 is also there in my business, I want to see the sales. So if I create my static dashboard, it is showing so all the things related to all the total sales. So I don't need total sales. Maybe total sales is very good in my business, but sometimes I'm running my business in 10 different regions. Means maybe first region is not working properly, where the sales is very less, the profit is also very less. Remaining regions are having very good business. So that means here it is not good that to ignore that particular region number 1. So I need to analyze what is happening in this region number 1. So for that, I need to specifically interact what is the business model, what is the status of the sales, what is the status of the profit in this region wise. So that means I am going and querying the dashboard interactively. So now I want to make a static dashboard first, and I will make this as interactive dashboard next. Okay, by using slicer. By using, we have a visual like slicer. It is also like a chart. Okay, it's a slicer. So basing on the slicer input, you can change the settings of the slicer so that your static dashboard will becoming interactive dashboard. That will be more useful. Finally, keep in mind that we are all technical people, so we are dealing with data. Okay, whatever the business according to business requirement, we are modeling the data and we are working with the data. We are technical, but finally, this particular dashboard, whether you are creating a single visual, that is called as a report, or when you are collecting all the reports and you are making a dashboard, or you are making this as an interactive dashboard, whatever be that you are doing, finally to whom you are presenting, as a data analyst or a business analyst, okay, you are presenting this dashboard or report to your stakeholders. So your stakeholders may be your company CEO or company CFO, okay, maybe clients, maybe clients, maybe like customers. Okay, so these are all different stakeholders. When if you are considering these stakeholders, if you observe different forms of stakeholders, everyone are non-technical. We are only the persons, we are technical. So if you want to make them to understand what is there inside the data, it is very hard. So that is the reason why we represent all the data, all the text data into visuals. So that is happened in COVID time. During COVID times, lot of data was generating every day, every second. So on this particular village, so many COVID patients are there. This many villages, these many COVID patients are there. So it is very hard to central government like to aggregate the data. So in particular district, these many cases are there. In particular state, these many cases are there. That is how they are divided the data into some bar graphs and line charts, so that the customers who are the stakeholders that time, the central government is the technical people there that time during COVID time. We are the like people. We are the people. We are the stakeholders. We as a stakeholder, we don't know the technical part. That is the reason why they have shown all the data in the form of visuals. So here that is true whenever you are considering any project. So finally, you want to deal with the stakeholders. The stakeholder can understand visual only. Here in the visual also, they cannot understand all the visuals. Suppose if I make a complex visual, so where like Leonardo da Vinci, so where the Mona Lisa picture is there, now till now so many probing is there. So that complexity, if you are generating in a single visual, again the complexity will be there in the stakeholder. So that is the reason why you go for very simple chart. That means that depends on the company. So that is company culture. So they will have a standard way of representing the insights. So according to the company culture, you need to go and represent your findings. Okay, company culture is there. In my company, I want to go for simple charts. So I can opt simple charts. Suppose say in other company, my company culture is they can understand my stakeholders can understand the complex charts also. Then I can generate more data in the single chart. I am keeping more data in the single chart. Then I can create a advanced chart, complex chart, and I can present. So that is how you can change according to the business requirement. Okay, the visuals can be. Suppose say in my company, my culture is simple charts only. Okay, but when I see the data is always giving me the complex patterns. So there is no provision like I can make this complex pattern into simple pattern. So then how can you do this? So whenever your data is giving you complex patterns, so you can change this complex pattern to simple things by filtering. So keep in mind that why filtering is done. Filtering is done on the final visual. After seeing the final visual, if I feel like this is having so much complexity, I can filter this complex visual to have a simple orientation by filtering the particular visual. So at runtime, so that is the place where we are going and filtering the visual. So this is filtering. Okay. So basing on this little knowledge, so we'll try to go for Power BI. So till this point in time, are you comfortable? So did you import this orders table, sample superstore into Power BI? Please respond.
Sir, I have one doubt. Dr. Nandini from Mason College of Technology.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, actually, you told you can upload different types of data set from different data sources. It may be the structured or unstructured format. So once you loaded in the yes, ma'am. So you can upload it.
Yes, no, ma'am. It will be Power BI is dealing with structured data only. That means SQL databases.
Okay, sir. Okay. That's one clarification. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So till now, did you import the data into Power BI? Please confirm me one or two faculty with your reaction or text message. Otherwise, you can keep it in.
Many of them have uploaded the data. You can start.
So, okay, then. Okay. So now I'm going for this second step. After importing the data into Power BI, yes, I'm having data here in the data pane. On the right hand side, data pane is there. Under data pane, I'm having orders table. Under orders table, I'm having so many columns. Already we have seen the data present under each column. So after knowing this, now I want to go for visualization. So here by default, I'm taking it for granted that this data is 100% qualitative. So if you are not sure about the data quality, okay, if you are not sure about the data quality, I'll I'll spend 2 minutes on data quality. So data quality means you are given with some data that is called as raw data. So raw data means we haven't processed, we haven't queried that particular language till now. So that is called raw data. So after this, getting the raw data, so you need to check these dimensions. So these are the 6 dimensions we are having to say our data is qualitative or not. So the first dimension A is accuracy. So check for the accuracy of the data, and it should be every dimension should be 100% correct. So first is accuracy. The second one is completeness, and the third dimension is consistency, timeliness, uniqueness, and validity. So whenever my data is following all these 6 dimensions, then only I can say the data quality is 100%. So I mean here, this sample superstore which I have shared with you is 100% data, qualitative data. So that is the reason why I am not going for any data cleaning operation. So directly I'm going to Power BI desktop. I'm not going for Power Query editor because I don't want to do any operation on the sample superstore data. So this is 100% qualitative data. Okay. So now, so I'm going for Power BI desktop only. See here, this window is Power BI desktop window. Okay, now I want to go for my first visual. The first visual means, suppose say I need to understand first. I need to understand first. Okay, so go to the data view. How many columns are there? Under each column, what are the different values present here? I need to understand the business. Okay, so without understanding the business, you cannot get the insights. So visualize the data. Okay, now I'm going to the left hand side. On the left hand side, I'm having the second tab in between. The three buttons are there. Na? The second button, just click on the second button. So you can see the data in the text form. You can scroll up or scroll down, right side or left side. Okay, so you can you can also see, and you have row ID. First, understand this these many columns here. Okay, this is the data coming from a superstore. Okay, it is of business like a superstore, groceries, everything will be there. So the first column is row ID. So what is the meaning of this row ID? So this row ID is having numbers. Suppose the numbers. You can see easily it is having some numbers. So whenever clicking this row ID, so this particular information regarding this row ID will be displayed here on the top. So the name of the column is row ID and the data type is whole number, all these things. Okay. So now row ID is a whole number, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So it indicates a serial number, which indicates that number of sales transaction in my business, whether it is the first sales transaction or second sales transaction or 100th sales transaction, that number we are having serial number. Okay, that is the meaning of this row ID. Order ID is nothing but invoice number of your sales. So suppose say I have bought 2 products. I taken these 2 products to my home. After 2 days, I came to the same supermarket. I want to return 1 product because it is not good. It is not working good. So then how can they find that this product is purchased in the same superstore? By seeing the invoice number. So for this, I need to have invoice number. That is nothing but order ID. This is order date. Order date means on which date you have purchased the products. We have purchased the products. And here ship date is there. Ship date means on which date the customers are getting delivered the goods. Maybe you and I may take the products home on the same day. Maybe some other people are there. They request the supermarket people to deliver after 2 days, after 7 days also. So I'm just clearly mentioning on which date I am delivering these goods to the homes of their customers. And now what means how they are sending their goods? Well, we have 4 types of ship modes here. Just open this combo box here. You can see different values present in this column. So we are having only 1, 2, 3, 4 columns are there. First class is there, second class, standard class are there. So each class is having its own meaning. So same day means we are delivering the products. Okay, purchase the product of the customers to their homes on the same day. Okay, so there is no delay. But if you purchase any product in the Amazon or Flipkart, okay, so then you are expecting some delay, right? So maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days. So that is accepted. Every customer is accepting that much delay. So that is the reason why they are categorized so many customers into this category. So some people are accepting on the same day, some people are accepting after 1 week or so. So this is ship mode. Okay. Next is customer ID. So customer ID and customer name. So these 2 columns are used to identify their customers properly. Suppose say 1 year back, I went and I purchased 1 pen for 10 rupees. So after that, I didn't went. And after 1 year, I want to purchase 1 more pen there. So I went there. So they are calling me by name, my name. Narendra, you visited long. You are visiting me now. So like, good morning. What is the thing I can do for you? So then the customer will relate to my business more. When the customer is having some satisfaction, obviously will purchase more things there only. So that is the reason why if I want to remember my customer, I can remember my customer. Even how can we remember our students? Having names, student names, and numbers, roll numbers. So that is how I can also remember my customers in these 2 ways, having customer ID and customer name. And then segment. Segment means, see here how many segments are there in my business. So I'm having, as a supermarket, it's a large supermarket. I'm having different thousands of products are there. And to remember all these products by names specifically, suppose say, it is very hard to me. Even for the companies who like company manager or also supermarket supervisors are very difficult. So that is the reason why all these products are kept in different buckets. One is consumer segment. Consumer segment means all the products comes under consumer category, corporate category, and home office category. So that is how I can categorize the products into segment category. When the product number is increasing, okay, then I can go on have segment category, categorical category, subcategories. So product names, all these umbrellas will be there to address each and every product name precisely. So segment is nothing but to categorize at an outset, to categorize which product comes under which segment. And then country. So in my business, so where I am operating, so maybe I can operate my business in many countries. I want to see on how many countries I am operating my business. So this is only United States. So I'm operating my business in this country only single country. Okay, in this single country, I may be having different states I'm having. So this is state column. So if you open this combo box, you can see these many states are there. These many states are there. In all these states I'm operating. In these states, so many cities will be there. So these are the cities. These are the cities on which this business is running. So so many cities are there. It is a huge business. Okay. So I can see all the cities here. Postal code. City and postal code both are almost same, like a roll number and name of the student. You can delete. Suppose if you don't need this postal code, then you can delete also. That is always there. So next is region. So region means they are having many cities, many states. Na? So suppose say I'm having my business here. Okay, let me take my business. Okay, this is my business. So now I am keeping my business somewhere here. So this is my location of the business. Okay, this is my business. This is my business. So now I can say the customers who are coming from this side, on the right side of this part. So this is called East region. Okay. So when the customer is coming from this particular region, I want to remember that particular customer. So that is nothing but this is the customer coming from East region of my business. And this is the region, nothing but West region of my business. So this is how I can divide my business into so many regions. So that I can remember this is East side customer, that is West side customer. So suppose if East side customer, why we are segregating the customers into different regions means sometimes suppose say in one region I'm having a huge sales, huge profits are coming. In one region I'm having less sales and less profit is there. Suppose say no, I want to I want to give some token of appreciation to the customers who are giving me large business. So that is I am giving some better offers to the customers who giving me the large business. That is how I can divide my business into so many regions. So this is the column of which is aggregating my customers into so many regions. If I see how many values are there, so I'm having East region is there, West, South, and Central regions are there. So you are having a doubt like why other region, North region is not there. Maybe road is there. I don't know. North facing business is there. That is the reason why no customer is there. So these are the regions where my business, I can classify my customers, okay, according to my business location. And then product ID. So each product is having its own unique ID. So that is a product ID. Category. So all the products comes under one more umbrella that is called category. Like segment, categorical column is also there, which is of furniture category, office supplies, and technology category. So any product comes under one of this category. Under each category, so many subcategories are there. So many subcategories are there. So these many subcategories are there. Okay. So when you are selecting one category, automatically other subcategories will be filtered. And then product name is there. Product name is there. So I can easily identify the name of the product. Okay. So sales is there, sales column is there, quantity is there, how many quantities I have purchased, discount is there, how much discount I got. Sometimes I'm getting 0%, sometimes I'm getting 80%. That depends on my business requirement. So what is the profit I get in each sales transaction? Also, I can easily see. And then year column is there. Year column means on which year I have purchased a product, on which month I have purchased a product, on which day I have purchased a product. Okay, so these are time related data. Okay, on the time related data. So this is my basic understanding of the business. So there will be appendix given to you whenever the data is given to you. There will be some index so that you see the index, and then you can confirm that this is how the business is operating. This is the meaning of each column. This is the meaning of each value present in each row. If you are interested, then you can go with that particular structure. Otherwise, if you are not interested, then you can remove some of the columns and you can go for the analysis part. Okay. So for the time being, I'm just stopping here because it is getting 10:25. So shortly we'll take 2 or 3 minutes break, and please come by at 10:28 so that EY voluntary session will start. And they are also discussing about Power BI. They are discussing what are the industrial situation is there regarding Power BI. Okay, Mahesh, I'm stopping here for the time being. Hello, Mahesh.
Yes, Naren. Mahesh, I guess, is not in the call. So, faculty members, we can take a break of 3 minutes, and we come back again at 10:30, and we will start the volunteering session from the volunteers from EY.
Please make sure that you come back by 10:28 because this is going to be an interesting session. Session, sir, I will post the attendance link after EY voluntary session. Is it okay, sir?
Yes. Please post it after the session.
Okay.
Hello, Mahesh sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, regarding recording session, actually day one you shared. That time I was able to access, in the sense if I open the link, I can see the video. But now again, I want to see some contents, but that video is not coming. It's asking some access. Previously, it was not asking any access.
Okay. Let it be like I will be sharing one more time. Like I will be sharing on Google Drive, and that link I will be sharing
Yeah, sir, it
on
will
your
be
WhatsApp
better
group.
because in the near
That
future
will be
also.
more better. Yes, because the
In-
video size is quite long now, so the
Yeah.
MB size is quite larger. So we need to download it at our side, and then we need to upload it.
Okay, and sir, we'll be sharing the other remaining days video also.
Yes,
Okay.
all days video you will be getting now.
Okay, and it will be that link we'll be sharing in WhatsApp, right?
WhatsApp group. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Ambika ma'am, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. I was able to, log into the dashboard. It is there, but when I'm trying to access the video that you shared yesterday, it is showing that this ID is not registered. So I don't know what is the problem. So shall I reshare the IDs again? I don't know what is the problem. It is saying.
No issue actually. You can do one thing now. While we just upload those videos on Google Drive, and I will be sharing that videos link on WhatsApp group. At that
Excellent.
time, you can do it.
Fine. And
Otherwise, any one of you are need to access that link also. No, you need to download Microsoft Stream from
Okay.
Google Play Store, and where you will be getting all videos in one place.
okay.
What you need to download, sir? Microsoft
Stream.
Microsoft Stream.
Okay.
Stream. Okay.
So,
Yes, yes.
just a general query. So, I'm working on a project right now, and I'll be needing some kind of a help in the Power BI later stage. So, can we get connected later also?
Sure, ma'am. Sure,
Thanks.
definitely. You can connect with Narendra also, with me also.
Perfect.
Anytime, whatever help you will be needed.
Yes, sir. I'm working on a research paper, so I'll be needing some support.
Definitely.
Okay, ma'am.
We both are there to help.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Meanwhile, if any faculty imported the data, please take the screenshot and keep it in the chat, please.
So most of them have imported, like they were sending while you are explaining them.
Yes.
Yes, most
They
of
said
them
yes.
have imported, and now it's like we have taken break, right?
Yes.
It's volunteer 60.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Manju sir, good.
So the concept in Power BI, like you need to first understand the data first properly, and then you can move to those visuals, and you can have those you can find the insights from that data. Before that, you need to understand your data set very properly, like the way we are understanding data set in our machine learning. The same way you need to understand. And for cleaning process, you need to go to this Power Query Editor. For that, you can, there is one button is there under Home tab, Transform Data. After getting load data into a Power BI, and then you can just click on Transform Data, where you can get switched to this Power BI Query Editor. And from there, you can just clean the data, like you can change the column data type, you can delete the null values, where you can also change the name of any column, which is not feasible according to you. So all those operations you can perform at the Power Query Editor. Also, like if you feel like we need to create one more column, which has been like a calculation column, we want it. So you can create measures, and so you can do anything like regarding the EDA process, like what is the data cleaning process, you can do it. Okay.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Pratima and Bhima, are you there in the call?
Yeah, Shashank.
Yeah, Shashank.
Hi, Pratima. Hi, Bhima.
Hello, Shashank.
Hi, so nice to see you again, Pratima.
Yeah, same here.
Hi, Bhima. So, faculty members, yes, hi, Bhima.
Hi.
So, a very good afternoon, everyone. And my name is Shashank Shekhar. I'm from EduNet Foundation. And I welcome the team from EY GDS. And I also welcome all the faculty members in today's enlightening session on Power BI. I hope you have a fantastic 5 days learning in cloud and Power BI. So we will continue the same thing with this engagement sessions also, where our esteemed experts will be focusing more on the deep dive concepts of Power BI. And to facilitate the session, we have two esteemed experts, Ms. Pratima Mehta and Mr. Bhima Merat from EYGDS. So to introduce Pratima Mehta, Assistant Director CBS in EYGDS, and Pratima is working on Agile Project Management, Certified Scrum Master, Techno-Functional Manager with over 15 years of experience. And she manages Scrum projects in a scaled Agile environment and large-scale waterfall projects in electronics and healthcare, specialized in project and people management. With a strong background in data analytics and a passion for empowering organizations through Power BI, she has a strong customer experience as a technical project manager, working with global teams located across US, India, China, and Taiwan. Joining is our second expert, Mr. Bhima Mirad, a skilled consultant with 6.5 years of experience in managing advanced analytics projects and developing advanced analytics dashboards. Bhima is proficient in tools like Power BI, SQL, Azure Data Factory, Alteryx, and has domain experience in consumer healthcare and distributor management system. His expertise in reporting and visualization using Power BI, extraction, transformation, and load data mining and visualization using Azure Data Factory has helped several clients achieve revenue growth. He has a good command on data analytics expression also and proficient in programming languages like SQL. I welcome you, Pratima and Bhima. And in this engaging session, I hope Pratima and Bhima will deep dive into the world of Power BI, sharing invaluable insights, best practices, and real-world examples. So all the faculty members, you will have a great experience in this voluntary engagement session where you will learn about Power BI capabilities, understanding the potential impact on business, integration. Thank you, Pratima. Over to you, session. Over to you, Pratima and Bhima. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Shashank, for giving and introducing in front of all big audience, which I could see 110 people are there, including us also. Yeah, and I'm really happy when Mahesh was discussing with the entire team, and the team was asking the questions about the Power BI. So I hope team faculty is already aware about the Power BI and they are doing some projects, Mahesh, because this is the giving the background which I can also go ahead, right, while discussing the case studies.
So actually, like the sir has just brief out like what is Power BI. He just brief out like the dashboard of Power BI, and from there you can start. So
Yeah.
some projects are still we need to brief out. So
Yeah.
yes.
Sure. So let me share my screen, and I will first of all, the today's agenda of 1.5 hour sessions would be divided into 3. So first 30 minutes we will take about one case study, and the second 30 minutes we will go with the second case studies, and the rest of the time, right, Bhima, because the expert and more into the core development into the Power BI, he will demo with some little example, not example, but the live things he will show up, right, what exactly the capability of Power BI, the basic concepts of the Power BI with the hands-on, so that if faculty is having some issue or with the data loading or selection of the charts, so they can ask the questions, and we can resolve on that. So the expertizations with the development, and also how the business, right, can take the benefit of using the Power BI. So both will be covered in these sessions. Hope the agenda is clear. Okay, so and keep posting your questions. So Bhima is also there, so he will be answering. And if that is handed to me, those answer I will also be answering the things. Okay, let's start. I'm sharing my screen. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, Pratima.
Okay. Sure. So first, I just want to know, even though you all are having the basic concept and understanding of Power BI, I just want to ask a little bit about the cloud computing. How many are having the idea of the cloud computing, so that it will be giving me the idea that at what extent I can explain?
So hi, good morning. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
are
Yes.
audible.
Yeah. So over the last few days, we learned a lot about cloud computing. We learned about virtual machines, creating a Windows server and a Linux server, and we also were introduced to creating resource groups, storage on the cloud. Later introduction to the Azure Data Factory, where we created containers and we copied material from one container to another container through a pipeline. Yeah, that's an overview of what we have learned.
Yeah, I think wonderful. So this is the thing, right, which I wanted to do, and this is really, I think this is a good base and good to talk more about in deeper side of the Power BI plus cloud computing. So that is clear, right? Cloud computing, which you can create your own virtual machines, and no need, right, to get your own system. Why it is needed? Because of the data sizes are high, right, and you need some storage or databases who can manage others, right? Why we should manage? So that's why the cloud computing will be helping out to make our life easy, right? Okay, so here the agenda is very clear, that first we will talk about the challenge of the case study 1. That will be case study for the Swiggy. I think you all are aware, and we all are good customer of Swiggy also. May I know from where you people are mostly located, in which city or something, so that I can also keep it in mind.
Across all the states, ma'am.
All the
It is
state, okay.
pan-India,
It's a
yes,
completely
Pratima.
mini India, I can say.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so here is the challenge and what the change are needed, what the solutions, outcome, dashboards, secure and cost effective. So before starting of the sessions, I would talk more about, right, whenever we are doing any project, right, what should we keep it in mind? That is the one thing is very important, that is the business case. What problem areas or what the pain area is, right? Either it is a customer side, either it is a business side, right? So we need to identify the pain area, then start to get it into the project and what the things which we are going to evaluate and do the analysis using Power BI. So pain area and the problem statement should be very clear, and what the key parameters which we are going to present into the Power BI and which will give the complete business insight. Either it is a business insight or either in different areas, right? In perspective of the analytics side. So those things, keep it in mind. So here, the first thing is the Swiggy. Swiggy, we all know, right? The journey of Swiggy. It's not a very old company, and it started with very, very small. And this company started like in 2014. I will not go much, but I'll give you the high level data that as of now, the restaurant. I think this is the slide deck is not updated, but I just Google it. More than 20,000 restaurants and across 500 plus cities, right? So their whenever the company is growing, right, then it is very important to move into the digitization. Either it is a paying system, either it is a supply chain, or either it is the business decisions, right? So those things should be very quick to grow any business. So Swiggy, how it grows? So first, actually, we should understand the challenge. Initially I talk more about, right, whenever we are going into any project, we should understand what exactly the problem statement is or what the pain areas. Either it is from the customer side, we need to identify the stakeholders side also. So we need to identify those people who are willing to get it into resolve this challenge. Okay. So first challenge for the Swiggy, that is the previous, they were using some BI tool, but it was not user friendly, and that was a completely a time consuming. And also this is the data set, right? It's showing that most of the time, right, 50 to 60% their time to loading the data, and that was the limitation. So that's why how the infrastructure was poor, right? So they want to get it over, right, get it written from here that we don't want this type of the infrastructure, because if the realistic things are not coming up timely, right, then they will not be able to take the decisions. The second challenge was the thing is that the company is growing faster, customers are increasing, right? The volumes are also increasing, the continuous grow. If company is growing and something is restricting them to grow, right, then definitely there is a challenge, right? So that is the one thing, right? They want to grow in the multiple cities, right? And even though now Swiggy is also thinking out of India also, but as of now, whatever the business model is the India, right? They are targeting to Indian customers itself. And the third challenge is as a result of growth, dashboard and accessibility issues, functionality limitations, that is already we know. Then security. One concern was the security, because if Swiggy, you know, right, food industries, lot of different startups are there. We are having the competitors. Maybe if somebody can tell about exactly the strong competitor of Swiggy. If you are not getting any kind of food from Swiggy, then what alternative option with you?
Zomato.
Exactly. Zomato. So they are competitors, and even though if somebody wants to get and acquire some data, because data security is very important, not to get it into the competitors, but few cyber crimes are there, or maybe they want to just steal the data and get it into um, for more results and all. So the security is very important. They can, if the data is not secure, then might be the possibility that the server or something gets down, and the complete system, or even though customer experience will be very poor if something is not running fine. So sometimes if you think that you are ordering something, and app gets crashed. So user experience is not good, right? Then user, if it happens many times, right, crashing of app just because of might be that is acquired or something, cyber crimes or cyber secure, it's not secure, then might be app is get crashing, and then we are thinking, okay, this Swiggy app is not working properly, and then the customer might move into another vendor, right? That is a Zomato. So they want to sustain their business and grow their business. That was the completely their strategy, right? This is the challenge, and the changes which are needed, actually the Swiggy which are needed, I have already told about that. The older Power BI is not Power BI, the BI platform was not proper. Also the data, whenever they are gathering the data, they are taking the time. I have seen a few case studies of the Swiggy itself, the blogs and all. They are saying that earlier they used to create collect the data in Excel, the spreadsheet in different locations, and whoever is the managing the locations, they are sending the data, and the one site, right, they are gathering the data and then doing the analysis, because clubbing all the Excel sheets and getting into the BI, that will be a very tedious task. So why not, there should be some system, right? Get all the data in one place and can be accessed by from anywhere. So this is the changes are needed. So Swiggy then moved to Microsoft solution, that is the Power BI, including the infrastructure. It's not like that you are using the BI and that will resolve the issue, but the backend side is should be very strong. As of now, anybody is having any question? Okay, hope it's a
Yes,
going
Pratima
smooth.
ma'am, actually Swati ma'am is having one question. Like, can I use Power BI and Azure ML Studio on data which is captured using remote sensing?
Can I use Power BI and Azure ML Studio on data which is captured using remote sensing? Need to, because this is the Microsoft service, right? So definitely that integration is possible, because the Power BI can be integrated into Azure DevOps, and this is the Azure ML Studio. So this is possible. Yeah, this is possible.
Yeah, remote sensing part we can do in using a IoT application of the.
Yeah, definitely the IoT, because if IoT devices is connected, then device should also be capable to get the data into the cloud. Maybe IoT is having the Bluetooth or something, right? There's some communication protocol should be there so that they can gather the data either from gateway or some mechanisms should be there so that they can get the data into one place, and then you can use the Azure ML Studio.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, integration of any Azure services are very smooth, very like it is very possible, I can say. Microsoft is giving very flexibility to use the multiple services in one place. Hope I could answer. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. For me, it is.
Sure. Okay, quite interesting. Now, the solution. This is a completely a technical solutions which we are more talking about, and you people are also technical, so you can relate, right? How the architecture is should be developed, right? So first layer, which is the completely a main layer, that is a data sources, and data sources can be anything. If your data size is very small, or then data can be from SQL, structured data, if it can be connected with the SQL or NoSQL, Cosmos DB, Snowflakes, right? Lot of actually data storage things are there. So those data can be connected to Power BI. There is no restrictions. Okay. So, but here is that you need to load that data and you have to do some cleaning, because sometimes data is not relevant. Maybe you have to model your tables according to the need, right? What the parameters, what the columns are needed. Maybe you need to formulate the data also. while querying the data, transforming the data. It's very important, right? So first, get the raw data, understand the data, what data type is that, if the data is continuous or data is the categorical. Sometimes data is a categorical. I can give one example. I'm not going into the more side of the data, but I'm giving you an example while doing the cleaning. If there is a rating and rating is in form, not rating, yeah, so rating is that low, medium, high, this type of the 3 ratings are there, right? Can you transform the data into the meaningful things? Maybe if you want to do the machine learning modeling, right? The low, medium, high, that will not be identified by machine learning data set, right? So you have to transform data. Maybe low is 1, medium is 2, and high is 3. So you have to normalize the data. Okay, I'm giving you just a quick example so that you can understand the data normalization is very important. Okay, and once the data is available, then coming into the development layer where you are extracting the data into the Power BI, and Power BI is having the tool for transforming the data. You can, I think you all have explored the complete tool. So transforming layer is there, so you can make the query and you can transform the data. You get the subset of the data if the other data is not needed, right? The columns which are not needed, you can remove it and you can make the query to get the data. Or if multiple data sets are there or multiple sources are there, so you can use some Azure infrastructure, right? The data factory, that is a completely infrastructure to control or manage the things. That is an orchestration tool which can be used if data is coming from different sources or different type of the structure, non-structured data. Now coming to into the, I'm just more focusing into Power BI, right? So once the data is available and maybe the tables, right, are with you, but very key and heart is the building the data model, because might be table 1 and table 2 is having some relation. Say maybe the one column is having the relation to the second table, second column of table, right? So you have to make the proper modeling, and this building the data model is also one of the area. Whoever is expertising the Power BI, they should understand how to create the data modeling. There should not be some duplicacy or something, right? The setting of the keys and all, so that you can filter out, you can slice the data when it is coming into the visual displays. Okay, hope it's clear till now. Okay, now coming to the building reports and visuals, you must explore all the visuals are there. There could be possibility that you will not be getting any visuals which are currently default available in Power BI, right? But you can download from marketplace. Okay, so that few things are free of cost, maybe few things are some little bit cost or license, you need to check it. Okay, that is the one thing. And also this complete Power BI dashboard, that is a data, the security is needed. That is a completely Azure is giving the complete security. Who can access the Power BI? Who cannot access the Power BI? Power BI dashboard can be shared to anyone, but that person should get the authentication. If you people are having the AD account, that is the Active Directory, Azure Active Directory, either it is a on-premises or either is you are a cloud account dealer, you should be having the authentication to access that Power BI, because you want your data set or your complete dashboard secured. If the like in EY, we are having the consulting firm, we are having the lot of very critical data, very sensitive data. We can't actually float in anywhere else. Even from one unit to another unit, we are not going to share. One project team also not able to share and get the access, right? This is very important, right, to get the secure. So who can get the access, what exactly the level of the security is needed, that is also decided while doing this project. So these all are the planning, the pre-planning of the things. It's not the in hand that directly jumping into the Power BI and developing the complete dashboard and displaying it. No, but if you want to get complete solution, problem statement to the end with the security, it should be planned and do the brainstorming, right? Whenever you are having the complete core team, right? You get it, you be seated, which services you are going to use it for the security purpose and all, right? That should be very clear. Now coming to the optimizations layer. So once your data is transformed, the data is available, but Microsoft and even though third party also, they are giving some very good tools. That is a DEX Studio. I hope all are aware about DEX Studio. If somebody has used, then you can share your experience. What is the use of DEX?
We can write the DAX functions more conveniently, like the understanding part is very easier.
Yeah, definitely. It is a completely a derived units, right? If your data is having the length, breadth, I'm giving you very basic example, length, breadth, and width, right? And if you want to find out a volume, right, then how you will do? You can just do the DEX. And even though in our I'm giving you the one example in the financial data, right? You just want to calculate IRR value or NPV value. You have the cash flow data, right? Then how you can do it? DEX is having the direct formula. They will do the completely iterations and all. Then you can get the data also. So DEX is helping out. Maybe if somebody is having the experience in Excel, Excel is also Microsoft tool, but that is having the limitations. But the similar tools and similar functions, statistics functions are also available in that DEX. So it is a very good, you can explore and you can utilize this tool for your the use case, right? And also Power BI, the Microsoft also having the helper. One of the thing which I think this is not mentioned here, Power BI, advanced Power BI is having the AI capability. If you just create a dashboard and you are having some AI enabled things, then if one chart is available and you just want to know about the insight, you just query and you can get the complete explanation itself from the tool itself. So that is a one beautiful feature of the Power BI you can explore. And then coming to the last one is the production layer. When your dashboard is ready, authentications all are set. You are not sharing your desktop version, right? You have to share either it is integrated into any app or it is a web app, right? So Power BI is also having the both of the things. So you can share into the web app, but before that you have to create some shared folder in the Power BI, and then you can share whoever is having the access workspaces. That is called the workspaces. Okay. And the versioning and all also you can do at your end. That is a completely pre-planning things which we always do while maintaining the because today I'm doing a Power BI version 1 with whatever the informations and the user requirements are there. I'm working in the second day or the second month I'm getting the other requirement. I don't think if you are giving the demo and you are getting that this type of the data is also needed, then you are going to change of the version. So keep it in mind whenever you are doing the versioning, very important, so that you will be tracking, okay, if sometimes you created and that is not working properly or that is not used in future and you discard it, but you can refer it the previous. So that the versioning is very important. And the third thing is in the production layer is the data set refresh. So this is also one of the beautiful feature of Power BI. You can schedule of the refreshing your data so that how frequent your data is coming. If the data is needed within a second or within a minute or within things, right, you have to set. But the data ingestions cost will be high if you are refreshing, you're getting and pulling the data and showing up. So the decision of the data refresh rate, right? It is also one of the important parameter. If the data set is updating per day, then set per day refreshments, right? Why you are going per minute refresh? Nothing will be refreshing these things. Okay, so this is the complete solution which Swiggy made, and also the business users, which might be the customers, which might be managers, which might be sales people. They will get the complete insights. So far, any question? Okay, so hope the solution is fine, but this is very important while creating the each layer. And now coming to the outcome. So what exactly the outcome is there? So Swiggy, actually, they can visualize the dashboard and also some reports that can be helping out. What is the number of orders in the last hour? I will show you the dashboard example and samples. Which cities are performing better week over week? How is it? These are the questions maybe management can ask, right? How is the new campaign impacting sales? And has the conversion rate improved in the last month? These are the questions, right? Which Power BI reports can help out to answer. But this sometimes, right, if you are not presenting very well, then those answers might be wrong. So you should be very careful while cleaning the data, while presenting the data. What charts are you using? Is this chart is the chart selection is proper? The chart selection, if it is not proper, might be it's a completely clubbed together and it is not giving any business insights. So the selection of the chart is also important. I'm actually giving the idea, right? The technical things also, the architectural point view of also, and the uh, advantage of like how it can be used. It now coming to this dashboard. So hope this dashboard is clear, or I need to zoom it.
Zoom it a little bit, ma'am.
Okay, let me check if I can zoom it. Okay, hope.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Okay, just a moment. 10% or 15%. Okay. Yeah. So this is the one thing. Yeah, so this is actually the real-time matrix, real-time dashboard. So what exactly here is showing up? This is a completely a bar chart and showing up the two legends. That is the one is the current order, and that is the SDLW orders. That is the not sure SDLW. Maybe Bhima, if you can check the SDLW. But these type of the two orders are there, and you can make the slicer or filter, right? The city wise, area wise, and what exactly the slot wise, and which type of the city. It is a metro city or any the class 1, class 2, class 3. According to the city trend, you can see the Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi. Those are the most orders are coming up, right? Because we know, right? Those customers might be they are working class. There could be a lot of reasons, right? They people are not having the time to prepare the food. They are liking the food, right, from the restaurant itself, right? So these insight will come up with this city trend. Now coming to don't forget, right, whatever the other cities is not having the order, but from the business perspective, I can know that there is a chances, the fair amount chances to grow the business, either it is Gurgaon and Ahmedabad, depends upon the population also and depends upon the customer sentiments, right? Customer, maybe you can go with the, and you can, if the business strategy is saying, okay, class 2 cities, Swiggy wants to grow the business. So they will select the strategies and they will create some of the idea. Okay, I can like this year we can target major 4 class 2 cities, maybe Surat, Indore, and the class 2 cities maybe Chandigarh and the Kota can also be targeted because the number of students and the other aspects are there, right? So this type of decision they can make easily by looking this data, and then they can maintain and they can see, okay, what is the growth from the last orders. I think this is the last time of this is the current and the last week orders. This is the last week orders. Okay, now coming to the hourly trend, this is also giving the meaningful insights, right? So here you can see that the order in between of the lunch time, right, 12 to 15 is very high peak orders, and the dinner time is order is very high. So that means they have to take care their supply chain management. The real time the system should be working fine. The payment system should not be died down. Also, one of the important factor that if the traffic is high at the time of the noon time or at the time of the dinner time, right, then they should there is infrastructure should be very strong. to handle this traffic. Okay. So this is the insight which is giving the meaningful decisions, right? Which company or Swiggy can take care of that. Okay, next slide. Let me zoom in. Yeah. So coming to the another dashboard. Okay. So here this is a supply sales dashboard which highlights order performance at the restaurant level, and there are different metrics, right? Supply sales manager actually they can select the restaurant, which restaurant is having the high orders, right? They can filter out. Various filtering options are there. You can search by restaurant name. You can search by the area wise or the launch version. That means city launch version. City launch version is nothing. It's completely a Swiggy terminology. Maybe the city launch version is one. Maybe the city is having the 100th version. They are having the okay. If city launch version 1, that means the first city that Swiggy launched. They are actually maintaining their order, so that meaningful insight they will having those keywords. So you can also create your measures definitions whenever you are planning. If measures definitions are not with you, then management will not be able to understand what you are going to show up. Okay, so this is the one of the important key factor which you need to take care while going into and showing up any parameters. And I think this is a very clear 12-month order performance with key metrics, weekly business performance with key metrics, and this is a completely dynamic matrix and which can be given the complete supply sales, and accordingly they can take the decisions how the growth or sales orders are going up. Okay, now coming to the traffic, this is very important. Actually, what I understand, maybe your perspective by looking this data set or the dashboard will be very different. The traffic first graph, right, is showing is the Android and the Android is having the high user for Android. That means users, right, are using the mostly Android applications, Android phones, whatever you can see. And also iOS are having the second highest, and the web app, web app generally we are not using. Who will get it the laptop open or web app from the phone itself? Whenever, even though they are also imposing, if you are ordering from the web and then Swiggy already pop up, you can download this app, you will be getting this discount, right? So they are forcing to use their app so that maintenance, the behind of their infrastructure should be strong. So that's why those are the things which they need to take care. So that means user experience of the Android and the iOS should be very well, because we are also developing my projects, right, are also developing some applications, and in the application we always keep it in mind what is exactly the user experience. You are clicking the button, and if it is not working, then user experience is wrong. So that's why you have to keep it in mind that Android users or the iOS users should have the seamless experience, so that the ordering will be smooth. So that is the one of the decisions that need to take care, that your application should be very strong. And also the second thing is that when the traffic, this is the traffic also is traffic by customer type, the new visitors or repeat visitors. If you are saying that the traffic is high at the time of the peak hours, how you are distributing the traffic. So infrastructure point of view, whenever Azure is also having the support for getting rid of the traffic. Sometimes that server is getting down, and you are not getting, your application is not refreshing or not uploading, then what is the solution? So Microsoft is giving the solution completely infrastructure wise, the application gateway, load balancers, lot of different solutions are there, so that their traffic, right, at the peak time, that can be automatically distributed to different hosting servers, and the visitors can easily, right, the customers can easily order it. Okay, and whenever the traffic is low, then automatically it will reduce the resources, so your costing, right, of the infrastructure will be reduced. And now coming to the traffic by time slot. So you can see, I think this data is also very important. The late night and the breakfast time, the traffic is low. So that time might be you can take the decision of because the delivery boys or the staff, right? You can reduce it according to this data. So that you will not be investing money for giving their salaries and all. So you know that how many maybe these orders are coming up the late night, not late night, but dinner time and the lunch time is high. Then you should make sure that your delivery people should be available in the nearby, the locations and all those things you need to identify. Okay, these locations the order would be high with the predictive data. Then you can strategically distribute those vendors so that the delivery will be faster. Okay, and also in the dashboard you can see some line charts are there, so that is also giving the insight of the conversion by platform, how quickly Android developer are high, and then web app also high. So easy to convert a customer from switching from web app to Android. So those are data giving the insights. And also the one heat map is also given here. This is sometimes it's called tree map also. In Power BI, I think this is tree map. So traffic yesterday by city. Okay. So this is I think detailed one which I have given here. And now coming to the secure and cost effectiveness. Anybody is having the question of the what exactly the insight which I am talking, and anybody is having a different view by looking at that data, what exactly the insights you can evaluate or you can analysis. This is the part of we called analysis. Development done, then who are going to analyze the data and take the decision. Anybody wants to add on?
Yes, already Professor Sonam Kumar identified Bangalore people are lazy to cook. That's the insight we found. So because the sales are more.
I would want. Yeah, definitely.
I
I would like to add it. I'm from Bangalore itself. So what happened, right? Whenever we are fond of to go or get it to the restaurant food, right? Because sometimes the monotonous food is not liking us, right? If we are going out, then again the traffic. The reaching to restaurant is again taking 1 hour of time and returning 1 hour time. This is the wasting the time, right? So why not order it at home? And we can enjoy the food. So that's why. So don't say the bunch of people are lazy, but yeah, sometimes
that's
the
what I
weekends.
want to add, ma'am.
Yeah,
That is the same thing I want to add. So many reasons are there like that to get the insight. Like Bangalore people are having highest sales for Zomato. Maybe the time factor what you are discussing, traffic factor what you are discussing, they can bear the things like all these different factors.
Yes, definitely. Actually, everyone, because this data tells the story, and according to the story, you can take the decision. And even this data set, if it is available, and Swiggy in the future, he wants to diversify the business from the food delivery to another delivery, right? Another things they can do, and they have started, right? Either than food delivery, they have started with the retail, some few items and all, right? The grocery and all they have started. So they have taken the decisions. Once they create the market, they get the data, and from that data, help of that data, they just understand the customers' sentiments, right? And they did the complete analysis, and accordingly, they take the decision to diversify the business. Even the Zomato also did the same. Okay, so this is the really beautiful picture, right? Which we can see from the dashboard itself. Okay, Instamart also Genie has been it. Yeah, Instamart and Blinkit, right? Sometimes Blinkit is also helping us. Bhima, do you want to add anything?
Yes. Yeah, actually, what I wanted, I was in Bangalore already. So what I wanted to add, your point is correct. Absolutely, it will take time. So what Power BI show is right, like what we are doing right now, what we have right now, and using that, what we can do. So if they find out that for these peak hours, like from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., there is huge traffic, and delivery boy gets late, or they get more time to go to the restaurant, and then they will again go to the customer. That takes time. So what they can do, they can just add, maybe they can have some more delivery boy nearby that particular area, specifically with IT area where people order more foods. So they can, using this data, they can predict, they can take action in the future, so that their orders and their service gets smoother. So this way, or they can pre-prepare their food or the material what they required for the specific time duration, like for dinner and for the lunch. Especially for the dinner, it's very crazy to go in the restaurant and then come back. So they can use this data to predict and they can take action accordingly.
Yeah, rightly said, predict. So maybe one of our faculty, they are doing some machine modeling, right? ML. So from the that data, right, you can do and you can create a model and you can do the prediction. Okay, how many orders will come in the lunchtime or the dinner time, and accordingly, and what order? Maybe some of the specific dish is very like famous. Maybe if I like the Hyderabadi biryani, right, in Bangalore locations, if the users are there, right, then they can identify that this is the food, right, the most liked. Then they just keep it in mind, and then they get it that services should be very available and the quality should also be maintained there. Okay, so this is the story which I think it's a very clear and very interesting for the food delivery, and might be just wait because this is the lunch time, and don't forget to order from Swiggy. Okay. Okay, joke apart. So now this is the last thing which I can say, the Power BI is the best tool for the Swiggy, and that is the maybe the growth, right? Using this tool and the domain, right? The Power BI in infrastructure, the Azure complete infrastructure make their life very easy, and they are now very smooth, right? If they want to migrate from one system to another system, right? It's very easy and secure and the cost effective also, because Microsoft, I don't want to say the Microsoft, but every cloud providers, right? They are having the pay, the whenever you are using, you paid like this only. I have given one example of the load. If the load is high, then automatically scaling up your the traffic, or the distributing the traffic, or using the more resources from the cloud side. So the prices will be accordingly shifting and moving. Okay, so this is the story of the Swiggy, and now we will move to the other story, and it is also a different domain side. If somebody wants to add on, otherwise I can quickly move into the another story.
Yeah, I think Professor Suman Kumar
Sonam
had some
sir.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, I said that as a joke that, people at Bangalore are lazy. But at the same time, there are two things. One is that, as you mentioned, that, most of the people who work at Bangalore, they stay maybe like 10, 15 kilometers away from their offices. So they don't get enough time to cook. So that's one of the prime reason why, they rely on outside food. But then again, all the restaurants are always full, so it's not always possible to go there and get a seat and have the food, and that's again, coming back at night. Again, the next day morning you have to go to the office, so of course that is there. And on the other hand, I wanted to add that when we do data analysis, I think the domain knowledge is very important to consider. So for example, if someone is from the manufacturing industry, the way that the charts that the manufacturing industry person would prefer in Power BI are different from someone from the food industry. So I think that's another important point that I wanted to add here. I do not know whether it is relevant or not. Thank you.
No, it's a quite relevant, and I really appreciate you added up this point. Maybe I missed, right? In industry, in our consulting firm also, we are, if somebody wants to analyze the healthcare data, right? The healthcare experts is hired. Right, so it's not like that the anybody developer can do the analysis, and because our perspectives will be different. Your perspectives are from the Bangalore side, right? The food delivery side is different, right? So that we need the expertization from the domain specific, even though they are not developer, but they are doing the some analysis and they are creating the story and they are giving into the marketing insights to the management. This is the thing which we can take it up, right? So definitely this is the valid point and the strong point to have the domain expertizations in the this type of the analysis. Okay. So hope we are good, and it's a quite interesting story. And now I think Sonam already added on, right, the domain. So now I'm moving from one food delivery domain to the different domain, that is a manufacturing plus services and all. And the story which I will be telling about the Lenskart. So hope all are aware about Lenskart. Just a moment. I haven't heard about Lenskart.
Yes, yes, I heard of that Lenskart.
Okay, great. So Lenskart, this is the second case study. And the content wise, I'll not go into the deeper side solution, but the specific solutions, something will be common. But according to Lenskart, they will be having a different strategy to use the Power BI dashboards and all. But moreover, their challenge, they will be they were having different business model, right? So definitely their challenge would be different, and what the solutions and how they come up with the outcome, right, and growing the business. Maybe if you know, right, Piyush Bansal, I'm very fan of Piyush Bansal, and I always see the Shark Tank, right, how he evaluate and always leverage the technology, and also he influence whoever is having the people who is presenting the data side, right, even it is AI or something. They are very, this company, the Lenskart company, is more actually influenced with the future developed data. They want data, right? How AI can be enabled their business. They are much interested. Okay. And just a moment.
Without going to the business center there or shop of that particular thing, so we can download the app and we can test on us. So that's
exactly.
artificially in it.
Yeah, exactly. Because like before Lenskart, I never see this type of the services, right? When I like even though I'm not having my glasses, but definitely sunglasses are there, or few things which we are used to do, right? The contact glass or something. In earlier time, when this type of the mm, company was not there, this type of the retail stores were not there, we used to go there and then just see and get it taken up from there only. But this complete platform is giving a good customer experience, right? If I want, because in the Lenskart you can see the type of the face, right? If it is a oval shape, or if it is a rectangle shape, or if it is a something, right, according your face you can design your own glass, right? So that is the one beautiful thing which they have made, that they are having a good customer experience, right? Okay. And now coming to the what exactly the challenges, right? The things which they made up, and what exactly they are taking up. Mainly, Lenskart started from the data. They start all the business, right, by collecting the data only. So mainly here they are using the AI, analytics, and data sciences, which are the key aspects of the Lenskart business value chain. And also they have the strong data analytics team, which is giving the complete a good customer experience. Not only the customer experience, you have the app, you can select your choice of the data, choice of the glasses, or choice of the product. But the problem or the important thing for the Lenskart is the store operations. They have the retail stores also, manufacturing plants also, how the supply chains, sales, marketing. So their business model is different, right? Their value propositions are different. What the merchandising they are using, right? Those things they have to take the decision according to the data. Okay, if you are using Lenskart app, right, you are selecting something, and then maybe you are not familiar with the app and you are not able to order it, then suddenly or the second day you will be getting a message either in WhatsApp. This is my experience, or you will be getting a call from customer care and they will help out to get it into or select the things. right? But it is also saving the time. You are choosing according to your interest, what exactly the classes you want, and you just go into the retail shop, nearby retail shop, and you get it into, or maybe you can order it online itself. Okay, so the lens card is mainly the main heart of the lens card business is a data, completely data driven intelligence. I have seen that the whatever you are feeding the data, right? You are visiting the app or you are visiting the store, they are taking all those things into consideration. It's not like that if the 100 people are visiting per day, they are taking the data, even though we are not knowing about, right, how many footfalls were there. So that is a very important. And the completely they are doing the complete statistics, and also they are converting into the relative analytics and the visual insight by using the Power BI. And now the technology wise, I'm giving you the idea that what exactly the technology and people are working in Lenscard is the data engineering side, analytics teams are there, visualization teams are there, and they have partnered with Microsoft so that they can implement Power BI to convert analytics into the meaningful insights and deliver the complete action items or the insights to take the decisions for their value chain. So value chain I have talked about, right? The store operations or manufacturing, supply chains, those are their value chains, and that should be the seamless. This is the completely a given from start to end, because if manufacturing the supply chain is not good, right, it impacts the complete the delivery of the product itself. This is the product, and they have to maintain the inventory also. So this is the one thing which is an additional head-ons, right, for them. The Swiggy, if we compare, Swiggy is different, right? Swiggy's model is different. They are not having any inventory or something, right? They have to just having the partners. They have to make the relationship with the partners and get the things done. The services they are providing, right? Managing the delivery boys and all those things, they have to take it up. Okay, so now coming to right now it's a well understood, right? The lens card is the mainly data driven, and they are using that data to take the decision, and even whatever the website or app you are getting, they are using that data set, and then they are creating the good visuals or things. I have just I'm also using the lens card. So you can see the lens card is having different criteria for the selection, the frame sizes, then frames and face type, right? You have to select a rectangle or some square faces are there, and accordingly they will also recommend that this will be suitable for you. What exactly the frame material you want, the cost wise also, what the lightweight or the flexible or durability, what exactly the lens you want. So what actually it should be scratch resistant. So these are all those things coming from the data set, because they are getting the survey or they are getting the some feedback from, right? Then accordingly they are taking the decision. Okay. So now the solutions is very important. It's not they are not having the completely online business. It is the offline stores also, and you don't believe, because here in Bangalore, in every 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers, I can see Lenskart, because Lenskart every the main market you can see Lenskart store. Some retail stores are smaller, but some stores are very good, and we can have the good experience also while visiting that store. Why? Because they know, right, what exactly the customer behavior, how customer will be happy. If customer services are good, right, people are having the more attention to get the selection, because this is a completely decision power. If I want, then I should also the one person, the single person, I can't take myself the decision this glass is good, but the salesperson, right, will help out me. Okay, this is the good one. The comparison with the other one, they will be helping out. And moreover, they are also having some the eyesight, what exactly the checking of the free of cost, I think they do. So these are the experience they are taking up so that their business can also enhance. I think I'm just departing from the Power BI, but this is I'm giving the business insight, what the things they have to take care, right, while analyzing the data. Okay. And then what the solutions they come up with this using the Power BI for using Lenskart, because they not only the sales, right, sales side, they have to see the business performance of the stores, online and assistant sales. So three type of the things are there: online business, stores business, and assisted sales. Assisted sales here, that means in the online itself, or maybe WhatsApp, right? If you just call and then they can make it out, okay, you can get this glass. So this type of the business performance can be monitored by using Power BI. Also, they are having the e-commerce online marketing. They have to take care what exactly the online business is there and how they can do the marketing. This is also one of the factor which they can do by analyzing the data into Power BI. Also, supply chain and manufacturing, that is very important. They need to funneling from the customer, first time customer visiting to the permanent customer, right? It's not permanent, I cannot say, but the conversion ratio should be very high. If 100 customers are visiting your stores, so at least 50-60% should be converted, right? That is the main idea while analyzing the data. And accordingly, they are taking the actions also. Also, the net profit score, that should promoter score should be very high. So they are also looking at the customer experience. And also finance and HR, definitely this data is also being used for this one. So the many data is available. It is not a single-sided data and all. And that is giving their completely smooth business. And also you can see that thousands of the more than 1,000 stores are across India, and also leveraging the complete AI driven technology, which is actually giving the complete meaningful insights, and which improves their sales security at retail's side. And also what I can say that they are having the whatever the manual intervention they have automated. Even in manufacturing, I've seen there few manufacturing things are also there. They showed up in one of the YouTube also. So that is a completely automated and completely digitized itself. So that means the main idea of the outcome of these type of the analysis is that you will be having the proper planning. You can do predictions, and accordingly you can maintain your inventory, right? How what type of the glasses are more frequent being used for the from the customer, so those inventory should be maintained. So this is the one of the criteria which I am saying up. But the monitoring wise and the how they can increase their customer conversion ratios, so those things they have to take care while doing the analysis. Now coming to the dashboard, so it's a little bit different, which we have seen in this Swiggy. Actually, here you can also, whoever is developing the dashboard, you can see that funneling, maybe this type of chart is not available. You can get it into the marketplace, the funneling site. Okay. And this is giving the complete idea that footfall is a high, and I order is the green one. In future they want to increase this one, but how can be increased? They have to take the decisions. Okay. So this is the data. They are saying, okay, this is the KPI trend according to the time series data. Also, one is the important is the footfall and conversion by percentage by city. You can see the major cities, Mumbai, Bangalore, they are having the more footfalls because a lot of malls are there, and good markets are there. They have their own stores, and people keep visiting on like most of the time of Saturday or Sunday something, right? So they are having, and according to they can take the decision, right? Okay, the footfall is more, then we can get the more orders, right? But how we can do is the stores are properly operated or not, because sometimes the stores are there but the services are not good. They have to take the decision. Even the main CTO, right, of this company, he's visiting personally and looking at the complete store operations, right? So the auditing things, the other stuff, right, they are taking care of that. Also, this is the data that is a line chart. You can see there is a deep down. I could understand this is might be some deep down because of the COVID or something. November 21, I'm not sure, but this was not actually mentioned or analyzed. If somebody have the reason why it is a deep down, you can share your thoughts. Why this November is the deep down at 21, November 21?
That is COVID time, business.
Yeah, store
No.
visiting, right? This is the daily store open and closing hours, right? So November, the store time, store was closed, so that's why it's a deep down. Okay. Yeah. So now coming to the another dashboard, that is the store Google rating analytics dashboard. You can see that the average rating the 4.7, and this is also a beautiful dashboard. So while you are creating dashboard, the designing of the dashboard should also be very important. Like what icons you are using, what font are you are using. I'm giving you a development side also experience, but this is also very important. What colors are using, right? Those colors should not be diminishing. Few data should be very visible. So those are the best practices while developing the Power BI dashboards. And this is the even though the country-wise things you can directly use it. That the Power BI is also having the feature for this mapping of the data according to the cities wise GPS, maybe some few backend site is going on, and it is giving the ratings, right? Which city is giving ratings? Rating, maybe it's online ratings or maybe the offline. Whenever you are visiting the store, they are taking the survey things, or maybe some digital booth or panels they just place, and you have to see, okay, 3 rating, 4 rating, happy customer or something. So that is the completely given the idea, okay, they have to take some decision while doing this improvement area. Actually they can do monitoring and also improving the things so that their business can be grown up. If there is a drastically rating is getting down from the previous year, then definitely there is something happened, right? They have to take care of that. Okay, so this is also one of the dashboard. I am showing up different type of dashboard because the charts and all, right? How you can use it. So this is the branching, and here is the filtering you can see, and the funneling the things very easily. So if a user is using the Android, right, and he's selecting the Vincent Chess type of the uh, model, that is a Vincent Chess is the type of the lens and the type of the glasses, how customer will be visiting, like he will be using the home page. He will be selecting some specification. PLP and PDP is nothing, it's a specification. Pupil side, exactly I'm not having the complete detail of PLP and PDP, but this is the specification you have to select while selecting the Vincent Chess type of the glasses. Also then you have to card summary. This is saying that what is the user journey from logging into the app to the end, right? The what exactly you need to enter the address, what exactly the select payment area. So this is giving the flow chart that how your complete funneling will be done. And also the right side chart is saying that this is the overall experience, and you can actually filter out according to the brand. It's not only the Vincent Chess, right? The other brands, whatever the available, you can filter out and you can funnel it. Okay, might be some of the classes will not be having the PLP specification, or something might be that will not be displayed here. So it depends upon what exactly the things. And also they are having the different other criterias also, like you can see that particular with the brand, what the revenues are there, and what is the user growth percentage wise and the normal wise. So this is also a beautiful graph, but analysis point of view, you should know what exactly the definitely, right, the domain knowledge or your measures, right, whatever the definition should be very clear what exactly you are creating the charts. Okay, now coming to just a moment. Yeah. Okay, I think this is the covered the complete dashboard, and this data driven company is looking for future, and I would like to share how Lenskart is doing. They are having the tie-up with the smart lenses. Just you can see the Google, how Google is inventing those things. Lenskart is also adding up, right? The healthcare also, the things he is adding into their product itself. So those are all the data driven, and the data, managing the data, back inside infrastructure is very important for that. So that's why they are using this type of the decision by using the dashboards. Okay, I think I have covered almost 2 case studies, and if somebody is having any question, or we can answer it, and otherwise Bhima can just go through of that and show up that what are the capability of Power BI is.
Ma'am, can you brief about the future prospects of Power BI?
Future application or future aspects of Power BI?
Future aspects, like how this Power BI is like, is it used or abandoned, or any other tool is coming better than this?
Definitely, I can answer you here for that. The dashboards, if you just Google it or do the Chat GPT, you will be getting a plenty of the tools of Power BI like tools, right? For the dashboarding, even the Tableau is the one of the tool. But the problem of the other tools are something which are not easy to integrate with the Azure, because in Power BI, the Microsoft services, and those are the well-known services, and they are having the complete support for using the data from the start, ingestion of the data and maintaining the data with their infrastructure. So the uses of the Power BI is very easy. We can easily create the dashboard. Others apps or other dashboard tools are we need to learn, and it is very difficult to integrate with the other infrastructure. So that is the one of the important criteria of using Power BI. Any thoughts, Bhima? Do you want to add? Because you are developer, so you can also say that.
I wanted to add, like, first of all, whenever we are trying to something, we first check whether it is free or cost. I mean, we have to pay the price. So Power BI is free of, we can download the Power BI, we can explore the sample data, and we can start learning from just by exploring the Power BI. But for the Tableau and for other tools, we have to pay to start it. Like, that is the first thing. Second thing is Microsoft is already like very big company, which is already has its very big infrastructure in all over the globe. So if already Microsoft is there, it's very easy for Microsoft to integrate Power BI in any of their services. Like, in Power BI can be used, they are giving the free Power BI in most of the cases. Like, if you purchase any other Azure or any other license, most of the Power BI license they will give you free. So like that's, Power BI is I mean, it has that is advantage than other visualization tool like Tableau and other. And most over Tableau and other tools are like a little bit tough to understand, it takes time to learn it. But Power BI is very easy. You can just drag and drop and visual will be created. That's what I'm going to show you. Within 10 to 15 minutes you can create a very simple, but yeah, you can create a dashboard at least. But in other tools it may take time for you. So that is the beauty of Power BI, and I like the Power BI very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks Bhima. Yeah. Thanks, Narendra or Iluri. I'm not sure if the surname is the first or the last name is first. Okay, so one of the question from Sonam is does Power BI have AI or ML or DL support, or do we need to integrate our of the software to implement AI, ML, and DL? Actually, Power BI is a visualization tool, and ML, machine learning, actually before going into the machine learning, we have to visualize our data. That data looks like, if the data is cleaning or not. It is not actually directly linked to ML, but I would say that Power BI is having the AI capability. If you are visualizing or you are presenting the data, you can query and Power BI will give the completely analysis and insight and the complete answer it, right? That is the capability. This is the visualization is a different stream actually, I can say. AI ML DL, for that, the data you can see, okay, data is cleaner, what parameters are there, if you are using some DAX, right? So those preparation of data is good by just identify in the Power BI, okay, my data is looks good, and now I can move and I can train my model. I can use, because in the machine learning, right, you will be using some different tools. Maybe you are using Python, or maybe you are using some different different ADs, right? So that is a different actually. Yeah, definitely the Python, and yeah, you can code it, but the visualization, for the visualization, it is a completely separate. It is a presentation tool actually. Yeah, hope Sonam, I have answered your question.
Yeah, surely. Thank you so much. I mean, of course, like for before going into ML or using other algorithms, it is important to know what the data is. So maybe Power BI can use, I can use the visualization of Power BI, understand how the data looks like, and then go back to, like my machine learning algorithm, run the algorithm, and come back again to visualize the results. I think that could be a good point.
Exactly. And one thing I just want to add it, whenever you are having the data, right? The machine learning use case is not directly coming from your heart, right? Whenever you are having the data, and then you see that the data is good, and you can create a use case to predict your data model, then accordingly you take the decision. So Power BI will be helping out for making a use case for the machine learning. You can't directly jump into the predictive model you are getting. So Power BI is creating the use case by visualizing and by analysis the data. Any other question? Okay, we are good. So hope I think I have covered the both case studies, and with our lot of experience, right? How we are creating our business and analysis, right? In our company also. But this is the common business case which I presented. And now Bhima will be walkthrough of the Power BI. Seems it will be elementary because you people already having the trained and hands-on. But definitely, if you want to something you haven't explored yet, then Bhima can help out. Bhima, over to you. You can share your screen and just walk through of Power BI features and capability. That will be very nice.
Thank you so much, Pratima. So let me quickly share my screen here. Just let me know when my screen is up.
It's up.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So, so first of all, thank you so much for giving this opportunity to have this session on in front of you all people. This is a great pleasure for me. Thank you. So let's start with this. So if you are already familiar with this, this is a new Power BI. I mean, Power BI is continuously changing every month. So that's what I'm saying. And this is a blank. If you open the Power BI, you will see this is the blank structure actually, the Power BI. In the right hand side also, let me open the blank actually new. Yes. Okay. So there are multiple things in Power BI. I try to just explain as much as I can in that for the interest of time being, and I'll try to create one very sample and simple dashboard for out of this. So this is a base desktop where most of the time you will spend or the developer will spend to create the dashboard. So this is the first, it will open, you can close it, or on left hand side, it will show you what are the last reports you have opened it. Okay, this is the main area where you will develop the report most of the time. And on the top ribbon, you have other tabs where you can just add some relationship, or you can see all the different type of themes, and most of the things are there here. Let me start by pulling the data so that most of the option will be enabled, and you will see what are the things we can do with the data. So in just for simple way, I will just connect with the Excel. So you can click on the Excel, or you can click on the get data. Here, if you click on the more data, here you will see all the list of the connectors with which we can Power BI can be connected, like Excel, text, CS, XLG, SQL, PDF, anything like you can see, and Power BI will have it database separately, Azure. There are a lot of things. So I will just check with the Excel first here. just for example. Now I have the sample data which I have created for this. You just click on it. Basically, once we click on the Excel, you know, in Excel we can have multiple sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2. So you can choose whichever you wanted to, or you can choose multiple also at a time, no issues. So here, first I will choose a single one, the first one, which second one. Okay, let's see, second one. And now here are two options are there, load and transform. When you click on the load, so directly data will be loaded into the report directly, whatever data is there loaded. But transform, when you click on the transform data, it will open in the query editor, and there you can transform your data. Transform means cleaning or removing, most of the things like cleaning up the data we can do it. Basically, if my Excel sheet has maybe 50 columns, but for my reporting purpose I don't require, so here I can come here, I can directly select the column and just remove the columns. I can select the options like that. So this kind of cleaning we can do in this case. Just like renaming also we can do, just like I said. Either you can double click here or right click, you can see other options also. Okay, just double click and name it as sales, maybe enter. And once you enter, on the right hand side the steps will be added. So you can see what previous the name was price, now it's sales. This is the home page. Again, we have a transform here, like we can make it row to column, column to row. There are a lot of things you can do. We can change the types of, for example, now it's decimal like 12.99. If I make it a whole number, it will be rounded off, right? So these kind of transformation is required sometimes, that we can do. Also we can split the columns. Sometimes we have category and product together, so we can split it. So likewise we have that option also, what kind of criteria is required. So multiple things are there you can explore, and you can just enjoy learning from this. Like when you start exploring, then only it will be easy for you to understand this, how this actually works, and what use cases uh, you can solve with this. So once you are okay, once you can see all the steps are applied here. Also, if you want to apply multiple multiple tables here, you can select the tables and you can click on the append. It will append the multiple tables here. Like that, multiple things are we can do it here. Okay, and you can just once you are done, once you are done, you can just say close and apply, or you can just apply. I will say close and apply here. Now, whatever the transformation I did, now it will reflect here. On the right hand side, you should see whatever the tables you have loaded, and the columns it will show. This is the report view, this is the table view and relationship view. So here most of the time you will create report. On the data view, here you will see the data, whatever the data you have loaded, like this. Again, you can come here, and in this page, this is visualization pane, where you can see all the required visualization. Whichever you want to make it, just click on that. For example, pie chart.
Bhima, just one, sorry to interrupt you. Actually, one message is there. You just slow go. Maybe they are doing their own hands also. So
Oh,
slow,
okay.
yeah, maybe, yeah, little bit. Maybe we can just slow so that they can also follow the same.
Sure, sure. Thank you, Pratima. I'm not able to see that message. Thank you for this.
No
Actually,
worries, no worries. Thank
for
you.
the for the time being, I was just going quickly so that they
No,
can
no.
understand.
So you just take the time so that like few maybe if they just want to see or explore, right? They can easy to do with their system itself.
Cool. Okay, thank you, Pratima. So, I will do. I will go slowly. Okay. So this is a pie chart. Now I want to see like what is the sales of my maybe sales of this one, but based on category. So why pie chart we need to select? For example, I can select other chart also, category, and then I can just click on the respective tab, and Power BI will automatically takes it very nicely. So now it created the simple our simple column chart. Like basically it is showing the bar chart will show the column chart will show the sales, and the sheet shows by the category, but it does not give me that information, like what is the like which category is giving me the maximum percentage of sale. So for that you can use the pie chart. In the pie chart we have multiple options. Now in most of the chart we have at least one option like values. Is value is basically a numeric field. For example, it can be a sales, profit, then volume. It can be a count, like it can be a number. For the every chart, we require at least one number. And then legend is basically like what you want to show using that number. For example, 1000 is a number for me, but what regarding what? So if I split that 1000 into by category, like for with respect to, I will add it like, okay, suppose now values, now it shows 258. 250 just a number for me as of now, just a number, but I want to split that number into multiple things. Then I will take this category and I will drag it here. Now it makes more sense now. Okay, out of these four category: fast food, main course, breakfast, and non-veg. My this is the blue one is a fast food, and I think non-veg. Non-veg not. This is the main course. Main course is giving me more sales. So like this, you can select the chart accordingly. I'll show you what the legend is. Legend is very important to understand basically. So for example, I have created this is the sales. Now I'm adding x-axis as a product. Okay, I will choose this chart. Okay, now this is a product, but I also want to see this product is for which category. Now market pizza or chicken biryani. So legend will add one more level of granular level of visual. Now if I add category in the legend, now see what will happen. Now each bar, each column again split into the categories. Like for example, chicken biryani. Chicken biryani comes under again main course and this one. So like this, it will split. It is split based on that. Again, I will show you one more important visual, like map. Generally, this is used. If I click on the map, it will automatically come here. Any visual, whichever you want to, you can just click on that. Now see what are the things are required for the particular visual. Different visual require different fields. Okay, in location generally requires city. I mean, it required city, country, region. So on the top region, I can change the type. Now, for example, location is just a text for me right now. But if I click on the column tools, if you here, I have to change the data category to the city. Because if you come back at the back hand side, you can see location is a city. Now, then it should be a city, not a text. So you can click on the location. You can come to the column tools uh, here, and in the data category, you can choose like city. If it is a country, you can select country. If it is a place, if it is address, whatever, postal code, you can add it. If you have latitude, longitude, that also you can add it. So in this case, it's a city for me. I will click city. Okay, city has been added, but now, no, it is just converted. Now you can see the symbol. It symbol has been changed now. It's not a text now. Now I want to see the sales of my order based on the location. For which location is having my maximum sales. Then I will choose this location and I will bring it here. And sales, either you can just click or we will automatically take here, or you can just drag it here, global size. And now beautiful chart is populated. Now just by seeing this, just within a second, you can see now your chart is created, and you can see with the Bangalore location is having the maximum sales for the particular orders, and then maybe Pune, Chennai, and Delhi. So you can see the dots directly, you can imagine. But now again, in that also, I want to see which category has maximum sale in our particular again location. Again, as I said, you can add in the legend. Legend is very important part. If you understand, that's like very important to understand the visual. Now, if I add the category here, now if you just observe carefully now see each this bar chart again split into the category, just like we created here, right? This is a simple chart, but it is integration of all the orders. I'm not able to see for which location what is the split of particular order, but in this chart I can see for which location what is the count of the order, and also what is the split of that particular orders. So these kind of things we can do using I mean quickly because of the time interest, I'm quickly doing this. So just created simple 2-3 charts. Uh, uh, any question for this? I can answer quickly so that you will also feel to enjoy this or to create the visuals. Any questions so far? Then let me
hope-
stop.
Yeah, sure, Bhima. So thanks for
Hello.
giving a walkthrough of that.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sir, I want to ask one question.
Yes. Yes.
Suppose we are having two types of categorical data, then which chart we have to choose?
Only two type of category data.
Yes, sir.
Then this is a pie chart you can choose or donut chart, but it will not make much sense because it is just two. If you want to compare, for example, now I can choose this one. I will show you. You can see my screen.
Yes,
Now
sir.
this is a cluster. Cluster will show two. I mean cluster will show the combination. Now I want to see. For example, I will give you example. Sales product. Hmm. Now I will add the filter here. Just for interest, I will show you. So here it will show not like this. So here in this case, you can just quickly see now you can just compare now two categories. Now my x-axis is a product and category, there are two categories. Here only I selected breakfast and fast food. Now you can directly compare. So this is this chart is useful for the comparison, cluster chart, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know if you have any other question also.
Is there any limitation in terms of the amount of data it can handle? Or
In yeah, we have in import, like import load, we have 1 GB of data we can store, but in a direct query, like there is a multiple mode to connect, like direct from the SQL DB, then it takes like it will take a huge amount of data. There is no limit, but for the import we have the limit of 1 GB.
Yeah, I think we have completed the sessions and hope the session is very useful and it will be a good takeaway. And if you have any query, then please feel free to ask. Maybe this channel chat is open so we can answer it. And um, uh, here, right, I would say that it's a completely a takeaway, and we shared our own experience, and I hope this experience, whatever we gain right from the industry, that will be very useful, because the academic side projects are different, and our the industry side the projects are different, right? But we can correlate right from our day-to-day life and use it for the more analytics perspective. Okay. Hope we are good and we can close the
Yes.
call then. Yeah, Shashank is there. Okay, Shashank, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Pratima. Thank you, Bhima. Any faculty member like to say something about the session? Hope you have enjoyed the session. The platform is open for all the faculty members.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Dr. P.S. Panda from Visakhapatnam. Yeah, very nice.
Yes, sir.
Session, sir. Really, it is very good and an experience. And yes, ma'am told academic purpose and industry is totally different. But anyway, I heard a lot of things, sir. Actually, how we are using the Power BI and how the data will be, because this will be affecting the research papers, sir. How we are comparing the statements, how we'll make the visual effects, and everything were done by the Power BI. But initially, previously done by the Python programming, but it's very easy to done in using Power BI. Yeah, very nice, sir. Thank you very much, Mahesh sir and ma'am Pratima ma'am, and really, it is a very good session, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other faculty member?
Good afternoon, sir. Ashish Agarwal this side from Sonikat, Gateway College.
Yes, sir.
Sir, session was very good, but it was really a very quick session, but a wonderful session, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Okay. I guess we are done. Thank you, Pratima and Bhima. I want to express my sincere appreciation for this engaging session on Power BI, and The expertise and passion for the topic were evident throughout the presentation, and it was like covering both educational and academic experience also. Thank you once again for your time, effort, and expertise in delivering the exceptional session to the faculty members. And I hope they have enjoyed the session and have learned a lot in the context of Power BI, and they would be doing the same in the future on Power BI also. Thank you, Pratima and Dhima. It was such a wonderful to have you here.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Yeah.
Thank you, Bhima.
Yeah, thank you, team. Maybe just last request, if people can come on video call so that I can
Yes,
take
we can
snippet.
have. Yes, Pratima is left.
Okay.
So I request all the faculty members to please turn on your camera so that we can have one photo. Yes, I can see Dr. Panda, sir.
Thank you. Pratima is joining back. Let's.
Pratima has joined back.
Yeah, she's joining. Okay, meanwhile she is joining. Okay, just wanted to say maybe it was very fast, but I would say Power BI is very easy and very beautiful and colorful tool. Uh, you can directly just download it from the Microsoft site and you can start exploring. If you have any Excel data, you can directly connect to the Excel and just click on any particular visuals and then add the fields. Once you start exploring, it will be very easy and very user friendly for you. It will be very user friendly experience for you. Let me take the snippet. This is really good. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
Hi, I have a small question I have posted in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe we
Okay.
have missed it. Yeah.
Where?
So yeah, please.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Panda sir, please.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Yes, Panda sir, you are on mute if you are speaking. What was the question?
no, the question
is,
was from my side. So I was like I was curious to know about what are the challenges that like the industry people are facing, that maybe the academia can help out in that.
Only thing, manpower, I think.
Yeah, I
You
can
mean?
help out on that. The research thing, right? We are not getting much time to research and do the more thing. So we always, right, industry has a pressure into coming the outcome the sooner, right? So if we are having a lot of data, but creation and getting the use cases right from that data, it takes time. So definitely whoever is in the research and whoever is having the academics, they can spend the time and get the use cases. So that is the patents or some the white papers you can publish and we can refer it. So this is the academic and industry, right? They can club together and then we can like get it into this. So this is my answer, because I was also into the research, and the research, right, it is not directly implementing and manufacturing directly in a year, right? It takes time. So you will be having a plenty of time, and whatever the aspects you will be creating might be we won't get it that much of time. So you just develop those papers and we can take the reference for development in future.
Great, thank you so much. Amazing.
Thanks.
Yes, all well. Thank you,
Yes,
Pratima and
yes,
Dhima.
Shashank. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
So I request all the faculty members to please be in the sessions. We will be continuing with the leftover content. And one more thing I want to tell you to all the faculty members that your assessment will be live on the LMS today from 4 p.m. From 4 p.m. your assessment will be live on LMS. I just brief you how to attempt it. I hope my screen is visible to you all. Is it visible?
No, not yet.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when you log into your LMS, you will see on the left hand side there is an option of assessment. So just click on this assessment, and when you open this assessment, there will be a feedback form first, and after you submit your feedback form, there will be the assessment, right? So all of you are required to submit your assessment. We have opened the assessment till 18th, right? So it will be open till 18th 4 p.m. So it will be live on LMS today at 4 p.m. and it will be live on LMS till 18th of September 4 p.m. So you have the duration of these 72 hours to just attempt an assessment on the LMS. And if any of the faculty member are still not registered on the LMS, I would request all the faculty members who are not yet registered to kindly register on the LMS. I have again pasted the link in the chat box to register. All the faculty members, if you are not registered, please register, and we will approve. And once we approve the things, an assessment will be visible or available on your LMS. Right. Subscription, for subscription, ma'am, can you provide me your email ID, Outlook email ID? I'll provide the subscription. Swati, ma'am.
Sir, I registered already on LMS, but right now I'm unable to log in. What to do?
Number of attempt is only one, sir. Number of attempt is only one on the LMS.
Okay, again, I will again register.
I check it, ma'am, again.
Okay.
Please provide your email ID, ma'am, in the chat box.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Naren, we can continue with the content of Power BI. Thank you, faculty members. I hope you have enjoyed the sessions and the content, cloud part and Power BI part, which is delivered to you in the last 1 week. And I hope you will be excel yourself in the context of cloud and Power BI, and would be propagate the knowledge to the students also, right? Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Naren, we can continue with the things. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Dear faculty members, already I shared the attendance link in both MS Teams chat and WhatsApp chat also. So please look into that and you can mark the attendance. So I'm sharing the screen now. So we'll go ahead with Power BI. Try to complete within 1 p.m.
और बच्चों का नंबर लिखना है इसी थर्ड ईयर में
I would request all the faculty members to please attempt an assessment after 4 p.m. It will be live after 4 p.m., not now.
Mahesh, is it visible now, the screen?
Not yet, Naren.
Not yet, Naren.
Okay.
So you are not audible.
Narendra sir, you are not audible. You are not audible. If you are speaking, you are not audible. Please check your mic. I think you are on mute. Narendra sir, you are not audible. You can just leave meeting and once again connect to the meeting.
Mahesh, now am I audible now?
Yes, now you are audible.
Okay. So let me share the screen. Sorry for the fact. Can you confirm me whether it is visible or not now?
Yes, Narendra, it is visible now.
Yeah.
You can start.
So now, yeah. So already we have seen that these many columns are there. So like segment, country, city. So I think we understood the basic understanding of this data set. How many columns are there? So how many columns are under numerical values? How many columns are under text category? Okay. So now I quickly want to segregate all these columns into three buckets. So let us consider the notepad. So I want to categorize the columns into three buckets. One is categorical column. Categorical columns. Okay. The second one is numerical columns. The second one is the numerical columns. And the third one is date columns. Okay. Now please refer the data set and see, go to Power BI and go to data view. Okay. Go to data view. On the left hand side, the second button. So click the second button so that you can see the data part of this particular data set. So now you tell me, you select each column, like the name of each column. So if you are selecting like this, row ID. So on the top, it is saying that name is row ID and the data type is whole number. So just to see this data type and tell me all the data types which are comes under number. So here we are categorizing them into numerical columns. All the columns which are comes under text category. Okay, string text category, that we are calling as categorical column. And the data type I'm calling as date columns. Okay. So now first I'm going for row ID. So row ID means what is the data type? Sonam sir, what is the data type for the row ID, sir? Just see here. whole number, right? Whole number.
Yes.
So now where I'm writing here under this numerical column, I'm writing row ID. So like that, you go for each and every column. Almost 24 columns are there, and you please aggregate all these 24 columns into these three buckets: categorical, numerical, and date related columns. Okay. Can you do that, please? I have prepared this. So just for your reference, you go and check once.
Narendra, you can put that file.
Yes, yes, yes. See, yes, sir. All the columns have been like categorized. Okay. So this is categorical column. The categorical column is order ID. See order ID. I'll go for one example for each case. What is the data type for order ID? Okay. So go to the Power BI. Go to data view. So this is my data view. Now I am going for order ID. Order ID is the second column. I'm just clicking the name of the second column and see the data type. This is text. So this is text. So now I am pulling out all the text columns and I'm keeping under categorical column. So under categorical column, these are all the columns which comes under text data type. So that I am calling as categorical column. And the same way, I am picking up all the columns which are having number data type, whole number or okay, floating or whatever. Okay. So that I'm picking up and I'm keeping under numerical columns. And same way, we have another columns like date columns. So go to order date or ship date column and see what is the data type. So let us consider order date. So this is the order date. What is the data type? So anyone can please respond and tell me the data type of this order date column.
Date.
Date. So now we have some columns which comes under date to data type or date and time, day to time, time zone, all are same. So now I'm taking out all the columns comes under date to data type, maybe date time, maybe date time zone. So see here order date is one such column and the ship date is one such column. So ship date is also having the same data type. So I'm segregating these two columns, order date and ship date under date columns. So now these are the all columns, okay, which comes under these three buckets. So I'll just share this in the chat so that you can also refer. So now after segregating all the data into these three buckets, now the next step is how to form the problem statement. How to form the problem statement. The problem statement means in my business, like I want to go for region-wise sales. Suppose say region-wise sales. Okay. I want to go for region-wise sales. Let me go for region-wise.
Your screen is not visible.
My screen is not visible enough.
Now it is fine.
Okay. Okay. So now, so you are having all the columns here under three buckets. Now my business requirement is I want to find sales by each region. So this is my problem statement. So my manager asking me to find the total sales for each region. I want to compare which region is performing well with respect to sales and which region is not performing with respect to sales, so that I can take some business decision. So now if I see like this is called problem statement or business requirement. So try to form 5 to 6 problem statements out of all the data set and try to go and visualize that particular problem statement using any such visual. Okay, now here, so region-wise sales means we are having in the data set region is one column, okay, and sales is another column. So that means here the business requirement is dealing with the two columns. Okay, now tell me the date, the data type for region column. Okay, so I'm going for a region column. Where is region? So go for the region column. So this is region. Just click this region. And what is the data type? Text. Okay, this is text. So text I am calling as categorical. Okay, so this is a categorical column. Already we have calculated. This is categorical column. And now we have sales column also. Now under what bucket it is coming? This sales column. Again, I'm going to Power BI data view and I'm going to the sales column. Just click the name of the sales column. and see it is a decimal number. Decimal number means it is having integer part and a fractional part. Anyhow, this is comes under number or numerical column. So now this is the sales is a numerical column. Okay, this is numerical column. So now this problem statement is dealing with one numerical column and one categorical column. So just always keep in mind that whenever you are having one categorical column and one numerical column, if you want to visualize any problem statement which is having one categorical column, one numerical column, so these following charts all can be used. Like so the name of the charts which can be used is stacked bar chart, stacked column chart. So many charts are there: stacked column chart, clustered bar chart, clustered column chart, funnel chart, pie chart, donut chart. Okay, table can be used for anything. Okay, table chart, a matrix. Okay, matrix, all these things can be conveniently used using this particular one categorical, one numerical way. And suppose say I'm just keeping this all these things here in the chart. Okay, so now I am having my business requirement which comes under one categorical, one numerical. So for example, I am taking a stacked column chart. I am taking example is stacked column chart. Using stacked column chart, I want to prepare region wise sales. Now go to Power BI. So the visual is not appearing here. So the visual will be there in the report view. So this is data view. So go and hit the first option on the left hand side, report view. When you are clicking the report view, so the data pane, visualizations pane, filters pane, okay, and the canvas, everything will appear here. So now you go and hover your cursor on each visual. So then you can see the names of each chart. So this is the first visual is stacked bar chart, stacked column chart, and this is stacked clustered bar chart, and so on. Now my intention is to design this particular business problem using stacked column chart. So go to Power BI. Where is the stacked column chart? So this is the stacked column chart, the second one. So how to paste this particular chart in the white canvas? So just click this. Just click the chart. The skeleton of this particular chart is pasted here. So this is the skeleton. So you can move this particular chart anywhere in your canvas. So now I want to for our better visibility. So this is suppose say stacked column chart. Now in order to prepare the stacked column chart with my data, so my data is nothing but my data is involving with two columns. One is a sales column, other one is a categorical column, that is region. So just expand the orders. So we are having all the columns present in this. Now on x-axis, okay, for stacked column chart, on x-axis you go for categorical column, and on y-axis you go for numerical column. So in my problem statement, my categorical column is okay region. So where is region? So this is region. Just drag. See here, simple, very simple. Go to the column and just drag it to the place where you want. So now region is supplemented to x-axis. Now it is aggregating. So on x-axis, region values, all regions will be aggregating. Now it is waiting for y-axis. If I can give y-axis, then the data will be populated and the chart will be visible. So go to sales. So this is my sales column, and just drag the sales column to the y-axis. And observe on the sales is a numerical column. On the sales, one operation has been applied, some operation. Okay, this is called aggregation operations. So now I am seeing each region wise sum of sales. How much sales happened in each region? See here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns are there. So this is column chart. It is showing each region, 4 regions, and each region how much sales it is happening, total sales in each region. So I am keeping in the focus mode so that we can able to infer very clearly. See here, we have west region, east region, central and south region on x-axis, and we have y-axis sum of sales. Okay, sum of sales are there. Suppose if I want to compare, if I want to take some inferences or from insights from this particular chart. So what is the inference you are getting? Anyone please respond here. What is the conclusion? What is the insight you are getting from this chart? Out of all these 4 regions, what is your takeaway? Please quickly respond because we have 30 more minutes.
Sum of sale is higher in West region.
Yes. So we have West region where the sales are highest. And we have
Highest.
South region. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. So in the South region, we have less sales. Now, as a business analyst or a data analyst, which conclusion is giving me right conclusion? So I may have many conclusions. If I see any chart or graph, I may have many conclusions, which is giving me a good conclusion in perspective of business. So taking this West business, which is having highest sales, or taking South region, which is having lowest sales. Where is my improvement in my business? Taking this statement, first one, West region or South region. So if I take South region as my reference, my conclusion, so I'm having a provision or I'm having a chance that I can improve my South region sales. Why it is happening so? Maybe because of supervisors, maybe some customers, maybe products are not available, maybe pricing is high, maybe they are selling expiry products. So many scenarios will be explored. So, and if you can sort out these scenarios or these challenges, then I may get some more sales here. So that means here I'm concentrating where my business is lagging. So my interesting takeaway from this chart is South region is having lowest sales when compared to all other regions in my business. So that is how I can aggregate. So you can see suppose say West region is having highest sales now, sir. So I want to keep this color in green color, and I want to keep South region in red color, so that my CEO, my stakeholder will be easily acknowledged. So if I want to change any cosmetic changes, so these are all cosmetic changes, like increasing of the font size, making some colors change, all these are background colors, all these are nothing but cosmetic changes. If you want to do the cosmetic changes, go and hit the second tab here under visualizations pane. So go to the second button, and this is formatting button. Just click on this. So there will be formatting options for x-axis. There will be formatting options for y-axis. So now what I need to go for is, so first I'm going for data labels. So here data labels, what is the meaning of this data label? If I place my cursor, so on the black window, that is called tooltip window, in that small window, I can see the sum of sales and the region name. So when I remove this cursor, so there is no value. So that means I want to keep the values visible all the time. So that is nothing but data labels. By default, data labels will be off. So just make the data labels on. So see here, when I'm making these data labels on, I can clearly see the sales value. Okay, this is one thing. So now I want to go for the columns, and by default, all the columns are in blue color. This is very important. By default, the color for any visual is blue color only in Power BI. But I want to see all the colors at a time, all the 4 colors. So West region color, East region color, okay, Central region, South region. And here my inference is West region should have green color. So just we select West region, go to more colors. It is quite simple. So select one shade of the green color. So this is my green color. So now I have changed West region to green color. And now South region, which is having lowest sales, I want to keep it in a red color. So these are all cosmetic changes I can do. Okay, so I can keep the title. I can keep the title of x-axis, y-axis. Okay, labels, legends, all these things will be there under this second button under visualizations pane. Okay, so now after doing this, after noting this, okay, so now we'll go for the second problem statement. For the time being, I am minimizing this. I don't want to see this much size. So now I'm keeping this particular visual here somewhere. Okay, this is my first problem statement. I have visualized. So is it okay? Please tell me your feelings. Like, did you understand this?
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm going. Yes, ma'am. I'm going for the second problem statement. All the problem statements, try to form a few problem statements. See, I have formed a few problem statements. Okay, let me copy this. So these are the few problem statements I am forming, and you can also work on that. So I kept this. So I have calculated region-wise sales. Now I want to go for total sales. See here, my manager asking me what is the total sales right from my inception of business to till date. What are the data you are having? I need to see total sales, sum of sales. Okay, I don't want to see the region wise and segment wise, category wise. I don't want to go for any filters. I want to see the total sales. Now here we are having only one column. If I want to go for calculation of total sales, I'm having only single column. So if I want to have the single column, go to Power BI and go to data view, identify sales column. This is the column which is a numerical column. So when I want to sum up all these values, if I sum up all these values, then only I can get the total sales. So for summing up these values and the final value will be there, the sum value that can be handled by one important visual that is called card visual. So this is the card. See on 1, 2, 3, 4 on the fourth row and fifth visual. The fourth row and fifth visual, 1, 2, 3 is there. That is called card visual. Just click on the card visual. So the card visual, the skeleton of this card visual is pasted here. So now I'm bringing this card visual to somewhere. Here I want to keep. Okay. So I have kept this card visual selected. See here the border. Till I have selected this card visual. Now I want to calculate the total sales sum. So go to sales column. So this is my sales column. I'm dragging the sales to fields. Fields is the point where it is expecting some input. So it is expecting some numerical value. See here 2.3 million rupees of sales was there. So since my inception of this business to till date, I'm having this much sales. Okay. So like 2.3 million. Okay. So that is card visual. So I can easily, my manager can easily know that this is the total sales. And after knowing this sales, I want to see what is the next important parameter after sales in any business. After sales, the next important factor is
Profit.
Profit. So now I want to go and see how much profit I'm having in my business. So even the profit is also a numerical column here. Profit as a numerical column. Many rows are there under profit. I want to add all these profit values and I want to make a single value. So that means aggregation. I'm doing some aggregation operation on the profit column, sum operation. So now I'm going for report view, and again I'm selecting a card visual. Why I'm selecting again card visual? The card visual is used to hold the aggregation operation, the numerical values, the single values. After summing up the profit, all the rows, I'm having single profit, sum of the profits. So that is the reason why to handle the single value, I'm handling with the card visual. So go to profit. So this is profit and just drag the profit to fields. So now see, this is my profit. So just click on the outside. So when you are clicking on the outside of this particular canvas, these charts are pasted here. So this is my total sales and this is my total profit. Okay. Now here, my manager, is it good? Like my manager, any person who is good at knowing the numbers, he can easily understand like 2.3 million total sales, and I'm having 286k profit is there. Now my manager is asking me, I didn't understand these numbers. Can you please tell me what is the average profit I'm getting in my business, so that I can relate to my business, whether to continue with the business, can I take any business decisions or not. So now he's asking me average profit percentage. So I'm just taking away this average profit percentage. Okay, he don't want these things, but average profit percentage is not there in my column. See here, I'm showing you the column again. So go to data view. So profit is there, but not average profit percentage is not there. Now please tell me the formula. Now I need to model the data here. The basic data is here. Now the data is not sufficient for this query. Okay, for finding this particular answer, the data is not ready. So now I need to model my data to get this answer. Now I want to go for what is the formula I need to calculate like for average profit percentage. What is the formula? Average profit percentage means
Sum of profit divided by number of rows.
Yeah, total profit, ma'am. Total profit. Just now we are calculated total profit. Okay, total profit by total sales. Total sales into 100. Okay, that is there. Okay, total sales, total profit by total sales into 100. So this is my average. Okay, I'm taking, this is the formula, average profit. So now this particular column is not there in my data set. Now I am creating this. Now I am creating a new column with this value, total profit by total sales. So for this, how can I calculate this total? That means total is not available in Power BI. Instead, I am having some function. So here also total is not available. So I'm replacing with some function. So now what I'm doing is, on the profit column, I am operating with some function. Okay, this is called as, very important term, DAX. DAX function. DAX stands for data analysis expressions. Sometimes the data is there, but the data is not quite useful to me because my business problem, my scenario is different. So then I need to model the existing data. So then we are using some DAX functions. Okay, data analysis expression, then we can model according to our business needs. Now I'm going to calculate I'm going to create one new column to calculate average profit percentage. See here, I'm going to the Power BI, and again I'm going to data view. Now I want to create a new column. So if I can see the ribbon part of this, so under column tools, I'm having the last option is new column is there. So it is going to create one new column. So just click on this new column. So one new column is going to be created. Yes. So this is the column. By default, the name of the column is column. So I don't want to see the column as column name. So I have removed this column name. Now I am creating this as profit underscore percentage. Profit percentage is equal to, now I am writing the formula. What is the formula? Sum of, see, writing sum. So by, even if I'm not remembering the syntax of the any DAX function, because the DAX functions around 400 functions are there, it is very hard to remember all the functions. So what you need is just remember the name. So type the name and tab it. When you are tabbing it, so it is giving you the syntax. So what is the syntax within the columns? Within the braces, that is, you enter the any column name on which you are to operate the sum operation. So now what I am doing is, I want to, according to the formula, the numerator should be sum operation on the profit. So I'm going for this, and now I'm just typing profit. So when I'm typing profit, see here, automatically profit column in orders table. The outer part is there in orders, that is the table name. In the table name, profit is a column. So just select this. So now close this operation. So now what we have calculated now is, we have taken a profit column from orders table, and all the values present in the column, we are added together. Okay, now we are having total profit. So when I'm getting the total profit, I need to calculate the total sales also. So now for this reason, I am dividing. So by, I'm dividing, and with the sum of sales. So again, I'm typing sum, and now this time I am operating this sum DAX function on the sales column. Just I'm typing sales here. Automatically, the possible matches will come. So what is the single match is there? The sales column is there under orders table. Just you click on this, close this operation. Okay. So now total sales, this is the numerator. This numerator gives me the total profit, and the denominator gives me total sales. Okay, now I need to multiply according to the formula. This is came. So this already done. I need to multiply with 100. So here in Power BI, no need to multiply with 100. Just hit this percentage symbol. Whenever you are hitting this percentage symbol, automatically it is converted to percentage. It is multiplied with 100. So for the timing, I don't want to hit this percentage symbol. Finally, I will go this. So with this formula, just now what I have written is, under profit percentage column, I am calculating for each row. For each row, I am calculating total profit by total sales. So just hit this, enter. I'm just hitting this, and after writing the formula, I'm hitting enter. See here, with this formula, one new column is populating. See here with this formula, whatever be the formula which we are using, with this formula, one new column is going to be prepared. This is the column. So now it is having like 0.12, 0.12, and so on. So it is having something like, now I am going to create the average value of this column, the total average, because my intention is to calculate not profit percentage. What is I need? Average profit percentage. Till now, what I have calculated only profit percentage. Now I am going for average operation on this column. On this column, we are having so many rows are there, so many values are there. I am taking the average of this. That's it. So now for this average means, again I need to go for chord visual, because the average of any number, multiple numbers will give me one single value. So I'm going and taking the chord visual here. So this is the chord visual. Okay, you can place it here. And now the newly created column is there now. So what is that? Profit percentage. So this is the newly created column. Just drag it to the fields of the third chord visual. See here, this is the total value. 1.25K is the total value. But here, if you clearly observe, under fields, under on the profit percentage column, the sum is the default operation. So I want to get this as average operation. So how can I get? Just change this operation. Just click on the down arrow. So there will be some aggregation operations are there. These are all aggregation operations on this numerical column. Now I am selecting average here. Now I am selecting average here. See here, average operation is, it's giving me 0.12. So what is the meaning of 0.12? So just now we have calculated one formula, na? So that is not yet kept in percentages. Now I am going back to, okay, now I want to multiply with 100. So how can I multiply with 100? Now I am going back to data view, and now I am hitting this percentage. So I'm clicking this percentage, then the formula will be automatically multiplied by 100. And now the visual is updated here. The chord visual now is updated to the newer values. Now click on this and see. Now it is having 12.47%. This is my average profit percentage. So from this figure, from this single figure, my stakeholder easily understand whether to continue the business or not to continue. So 12.47% of profit on yearly basis is a very good profit percentage. He can continue with this business. So that is the inference, final inference we are getting. So these are called, if you are using these chord visuals, okay, and if you are analyzing the data using some these values are called as KPIs. These values are called as KPIs, key performance indicators. So that means here I can analyze in many ways. I'm having a single data set. I can use the single data set for multiple projects, multiple dashboards. One is I can use the single data set, available data set for like sales analysis, and I can use the same data set for profit analysis. Okay, profit analysis, and I can use the same data set for product recommendation. Okay, product recommendation. Okay, product recommendation. I can use the same project for KPI analysis also. So that means here the way you are seeing at the data, so you can get the your problem statement. Basing on the problem statements, you can able to visualize your data using all the possible visuals. So now I am going to have one more important chart, that is called line chart. So line chart is very important. Suppose say my manager asking me, show me the sales on day basis, and on month basis, and on quarter basis, and on year wise sales. So he asking me. So now I want to calculate, okay, day wise, that means time series wise. Okay, this is the requirement he asked me. It should be a day wise, it should be a month wise, it should be a quarter wise, it should be anything. Okay, so now he need that. So now for this time series, see, day or month or quarter or year, this is called, it is related to time. So now if I want to visualize time series data, I can go for line chart. So remember, for all the time series data, we are going for time line chart, area chart, stacked area chart. Okay, we are using waterfall chart. So these are the standard options we are having in Power BI. The basic thing is line chart. So I'm going for the line chart to visualize this time series wise sales. So go to Power BI. Go to Power BI. This is my on the second row first. Okay, first chart. This is the line chart. Just click the line chart. It will be pasted in the canvas. Okay, this is line chart. Just you maximize or minimize according to your needs. Now it is expecting x-axis, y-axis, and secondary y-axis. Okay, now I am going for the basic chart. So x-axis means I want to plot the time series data by taking like a day or month or quarter on x-axis, the time option on the x-axis, sales on y-axis. So now you go for the time series data. Now which column is giving me the time series data? So we are having only two columns where I can find the time. So one is order date. Order date is one column and ship date is another column. Okay. So now please tell me which particular date column I need to use to have time series data, day wise sales or month wise sales. Do I need to go for order wise, order date or ship date? Which one is better one? Where the actual sales happen? On order date column or ship date column?
Ship date.
Ship date means it is the date on which my products, purchased products have been delivered. Okay.
Yes.
The sales means this is the date. This is the order date on which the actual sales happened. So now I am going for order date only. Okay. Now I am going for order date on x-axis. Okay. On x-axis I am keeping this and I am going for sales on y-axis. Okay. Now go to BI. So go to order date. This is the order date. See here, order date is having a lot of hierarchy. Just expand the arrow here. So you can see the hierarchy. So the order date is having, year part it is having, quarter is having, month is having, day is having. So now I want to see all these things like day, month, quarter and year. So just extract the order date, select this order date and drag it to x-axis. Drag it to x-axis. So all the hierarchy have been dragged to x-axis. Now scroll down a bit. Now I want to go for y-axis. I want to go for sales. So where is my sales? This is my sales. Drag it to y-axis. And see. So this is the line chart. So if you see the x-axis, we are having years 2014, 15, 16, and 17. So totally I'm having in my data set, I'm having 4 years data. So this is 2014 is having lowest sales. Why lowest sales? Because maybe this is the first year where the business is happened. So maybe capex will be there, operational expenditure is there. So because of that, the profits are not sufficient enough to have profits or sales. Okay, the sales is getting a bit down. After that, he has taken some measures and beautifully the sales have been growing exponentially, something like this. Because this is the inference. Now my manager asking me, I don't want to see the year-wise sales. I want to see quarter-wise sales. Quarter-wise sales. Now how can I go back and refer? Can I go for one more line chart and bring quarter-wise sales? That is not good. Maybe that in the next time he will ask month-wise. Maybe next time he is asking day-wise. Maybe next time he is asking hour-wise, minute-wise, second-wise. So all this we cannot handle. That is the reason why in Power BI we have an automatic approach to see the time series data. That is called drill down or drill up approach. Drill down or drill up approach. So see the Power BI and there is a few arrows are coming now. So few arrows you can visualize, right? So now this arrow, down arrow, single down arrow is there. Just click on this. So when I'm clicking on this down arrow, I am telling the Power BI that I want to go up or go down. So you want to go up or go down. So you are telling the Power BI, so make me have drill down or drill up approach. So I'm making this using this. Now I can go for this up arrow or down arrow. Okay. So now I'm going for up arrow. Up arrow, if I'm clicking, it is not taking because already in the order date column that the highest hierarchy is year wise. Beyond year wise, there is no hierarchy. So that is the reason why it is not going up. Instead, in the year, already we are in the year, we can drill down to the quarter and we can drill down to the month, we can drill down to the day. So now I need to have drill down approach. So now you go for the downward button. So you can select either of these things and you can find the difference between the two. Okay. So now I had drilled up. So now see here, it is aggregating the data. So one step I had drilled down. So now see here, now it is having quarter wise. So March, May, July, September, these are the quarters. So quarter wise data I'm having. Sometimes the quarter is having highest sales, sometimes this is having lowest sales. So this is how I can use the same year wise sales. I'm not changing anything. I can drill up or I can drill down. So this is how this feature is very good. So now I'm going for if I want to go even down, I can go. Otherwise, if you want to go up, yes, I can go up. So that is how you can drill up or drill down. Okay, this is how you can easily navigate from one level hierarchy to the other level hierarchy. Okay, so now I'm keeping this line chart also here in this. Okay, now I have done. So now I have generated 5 different problem statements. So one is region wise sales here using a stacked column chart. This is one problem statement. The second problem statement is sum of sales I have identified. Third problem statement is total profit I have identified, and the total profit percentage also I have identified using DAX functions, and time series sales also I have identified using this line chart. Okay, so now I have collected all these charts in one single page, right? So now I am keeping this page one now. So this page one I'm taking as this as the dashboard. So this is my dashboard. Dashboard is nothing but the collection of all the charts which is giving me one objective. So maybe my objective is sales analysis. That means if you are having 2 visuals or 10 visuals in one single page, one single canvas, if all the visuals are speaking about sales only, like region wise sales, category wise sales, subcategories wise sales, okay, product wise sales, if every visual is speaking about sales, then it is called as sales analysis. Okay, if every visual is speaking about profit, okay, then it is called as profit analysis. If you are having like from sales analysis, you identified few products are for highest sales, few products are for lowest sales. So that means highest sales is nothing but these products are liked by customers. If I am the new customer visiting your shop and I don't know anything, I want to purchase one oil packet, but I don't know which oil packet I can purchase here. So now what I do is I can recommend a product to the new customer, because I'm not recommending a product which is giving me highest profit. I'm recommending a product which is highest bought by a customer in my supermarket. So from this sales analysis, I identify which oil packet is sold for highest sales amount. Now I'm picking this particular insight and I'm keeping this insight in another analysis called as product recommendation. So for each product recommendation, I will go for sales analysis and I identify which product is liked by many customers, and the same product I am recommending to the new customer who don't know about any product. So that is how I can increase my business. So everybody are liking the product. That means the new customer is also liking the product. The probability is high. So that is how I can go for product recommendation also. So otherwise, if I want to present these things, these performances, how my sales is going, how my profit is going, in forms of KPIs, and if I want to present to the like my stakeholders, then I can go for KPI analysis also. So this is all about different types of analysis using single data sets. Okay, so you can go for multiple data sets and you can work on different types of analysis. So my objective is here sales analysis. That is the reason why I had taken all the sales. So the first chart is speaking about sales, the second chart is speaking about sales, and the third chart, this line chart, is also speaking about the sales. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm taking this as a sales analysis. And you can keep the name, you can keep the dashboard name as sales analysis. Okay, you can keep this as sales analysis. Okay, and same way you can go and create profit analysis, you can go and create KPI analysis. So that is how you can get many insights from the data. So if the business problem statement is changing, and according to that, you please select one of these particular visual. We have 27 visuals are there. So more than 27 visuals are there, but all are not for free usage. So some of the visuals only we can use it for free, like these visuals. So this is the 27 visuals are for free. Okay. So first to like 4 rows, first 4 rows, it can be easily we can use. All are free visuals only. Okay. So go and do some hands-on experience so that you can get some good knowledge and you can prepare some projects also. Okay. So that's it. Because of the time factor, I'm getting a little faster. So any doubts from this till this point in time? So this you can consider as a project or a dashboard. If you want to share the project, so there is an option like publish. So you can publish to other customers, other stakeholders. But this publish option is enabled for license version people only. So we don't have a license version. This is for a free version. Power BI desktop we are downloaded for free. So what you do is you save this project and you can share this project or dashboard through WhatsApp or mail or whatever. So that is how we can share unofficially. But the security part is a bit less, because when you are sharing this project as attachment, the security part is a bit less. When you are publishing on their like a dashboard or workspace, then the security part is higher. So if you want to have more security, means we need to go for a licensed version of Power BI, but this is for free. So that is the only like 90% of the work what we can do in the Power BI. Just now we have seen all these works are done by the people, the 2 people. Okay, Pratima ma'am and Bhima sir. So they are doing from last 15 years or 6.5 years. That means 90% work we are also doing with the Power BI desktop. The 10% work is there, na sharing and okay, security part. That 10% only we are lagging. So that's it from my side. If at all you have any sort of doubt, we can discuss. If you complete your project, please share on the like Teams chat or WhatsApp chat, so that we can also see that you have completed. So any doubts from your side? Maybe a little bit faster I explained you, but because of the time factor only. Power BI is not that much difficult. You can easily once you know Excel, you can easily learn Power BI. Any doubts, please? Yeah, nice, sir. Nice. I want to show how already we have learned a lot of topics, a lot of knowledge is there on the Azure cloud. I want to integrate Azure. I want to integrate Azure for Power BI, but because of time factor, I'm not able to see. So how to integrate this. So Mahesh told you like how to create a storage account. In the storage account, you are creating containers. Okay, let me go for the hierarchy. I'll take 2 minutes time only. So you can create storage account. Okay, in Power BI, in cloud, and under storage account, you can create a container, and under container, you can keep a source file, source file you can keep. Okay, and now after keeping this source file, it may be a Excel file. Just now we had discussed the sample superstore Excel file. Maybe that file I kept in source container. So now this source file is there, na Excel file. I can integrate to the Power BI. So just fastly, I will go and show you that. So now you open this Power BI, go to Home tab, and then go to Get Data and go for More. Go for More. Now it is listing out all the different data sources which it can integrate with. So now you go for Azure. So go to Azure. So with this Azure cloud, so these many integrations it can done. Okay. So now I'm taking SQL database. From the SQL database, I can integrate. I can download the data from the SQL database, that means from the cloud to the Power BI. And the same way, blob storage is there. In the blob storage, we can download. Okay, that is how you can, okay, even from the Azure Data Factory also you can download. Okay, that is how you can integrate. Only thing is if I'm clicking on this, okay, if I'm clicking on this, or if I'm clicking on Azure Blob Storage, it is asking some credentials. While you are creating some storage account, okay, you are giving some user password, okay, some your connecting strings are there, na? So if you can provide the same credentials here, so then you can able to connect to the particular blob storage and you can download from there. Okay, so that you can work on the particular data which is imported from the cloud. So the data is keep on coming from the cloud, and you can integrate onto the Power BI, and on standard times like repeat it 2 times for every half an hour or 1 hour, you can refresh the data, so that whatever be the data which is inputted for after importing, then that will be get refreshed, and analysis will be get deployed. Analysis will be updated with the new data. Yes, sir. Yes, Nandini ma'am. Nice, nice. So you please go and have some projects. You define the problem statements. So whatever be that I'm having. So I'm keeping here. These are all the problem statements here. So I shared all these problem statements, I think. Yes. You can define many number of problem statements. That is up to you. The way you are looking at the data, so then you are getting the problem statement. That's it from my side. Mahesh?
Yes, thank you, Narendra. Like you have described Power BI in very good manner, and hope so all faculty got the way you taught them. Like any difficulty you are facing, you can get touch with Narendra sir or either me regarding Power BI projects, and just try to just have some practice on Power BI. Any feature you don't know and you want to know those features, so you can directly connect to Narendra sir, either me. Okay. Okay. So Narendra sir, can you just one more time
Yes,
paste
yes.
the attendance link in the chat bar?
Yes, yes. I'm sharing the attendance both in WhatsApp and Teams chat.
Yes, please. So thank you all. Thank you for your cooperation. It was very good session with you all faculties. And yes, Shashwatan sir, are you there on call?
But Magesh, before closing this call, I just want to confirm, like, we discussed about the assessment and the other stuff with all the faculties?
Yes, Shashank sir
Yes,
has
sir.
discussed all this.
Okay,
Sir, but that
super cool.
LMS is not accessible actually.
Yes, yes, ma'am. What you have said?
The LMS is not accessible.
Okay, yes, it will be getting accessible. You just get your email ID to Shashank sir on WhatsApp.
Which one?
He will
Outlook or
be,
simple
he is the
email
person, he
ID?
will be enabling all those things.
That
Yes, Vaishali ma'am.
Sir, has the assessment already posted? I couldn't see it. Only the feedback link is there.
Actually, the assessment you will be seeing at 4 p.m. From after 4 p.m. only, you will be seeing the assessment on the LMS portal. Right now, the feedback form will be visible. That feedback form you need to fill up, and assessment you need to give after 4. Till 18th of September, it will be active. Okay, so don't worry at all. Still, you can give
Ambika
those
ma'am,
assessment
yeah.
in your free time also.
Ambika ma'am,
So
tell.
just a general query that just as we have data imported from Excel, we can do in Power BI. Can we have a vice versa possibility also?
So vice versa means Power BI to Excel?
Yes, yes. Maybe some
Yeah.
charts or maybe the data. Is it possible to do?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, take the photo because the few faculty are getting out.
Yeah. So since it's a final day, we can have one final photo. Maybe I request the participants to switch on your camera. And today we will have photo with some symbol, some action, like you can have action like this, action like thumbs up, or like a smiley action. So any action which you feel comfortable. But I would request all of you have to have a action for that. Just a minute.
Please turn on your camera so all can come in one picture. So any related stuff, any query related to the LMS, you can post it on a WhatsApp group, and people will be helping you.
Yeah. So Narendra Magesh, you can take a photo, or can I take a photo?
Sir, you take the photo, sir, because I'm not having large
Okay.
gallery.
I'll take. Super. So if I take a photo, I request all of you to have some symbol, thumbs up, V or smiley, or like, yeah, or maybe yo-yo symbol. I request all of you to have that. Once everybody is in, like I'll click, I'll say ready and I'll click. Since I'm going to click, I'm not able to have this action. I request Magesh and also Narendra to have action, please. And ready.